My amplified unit. Put them up if you can hear me. My amplified unit, put those thumbs up. In fact, smash that up, man. Good mojo in 2023. Smash that up. Let's get that to a fucking 100 snapshot. Let's go. There's no bullshitting today, man. No bullshitting. We're ending 2022 with a bang. If you can hear me, put it up. You guys got good audio? Because I'm ready to rock. If I blow out a mic in between, then that's just what the fuck happens. On the way in, smash that up. No ifs, ands, or buts. Smash that shit. We're rocking. All right, I got good playback. I'm going to switch over to my earbuds if you don't mind. Salute to my amp unit. Everybody on your way in, smash the up. No ifs, ands, or buts, man. Everybody get off your ass, smash that up. Good mojo in 2023. You want good luck? You want good fortune? You want good mojo? It starts here on the channel. Smash that motherfucking up. You're going to have the best year in the world. You don't smash the up. Good luck in 2023. That's the old school Bobby the Brain Heenan. You listen to me, you go straight to the top. You don't listen to me, you're never heard from again. One of the best managers in the world, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Smash that shit for a great 2023. Let's get that to 100 right from the fucking jump, bro. Let's get that to 100 right from the fucking jump, bro. Jack that shit up. My amplified unit. Top of the morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are in the world, man. SmackDown last night. Wow. When we are talking about SmackDown last night, 100 on those ups. Fuck yeah, man. Why stop there? Let's go to 200 plus. SmackDown last night. Guys, this is going to be an unpopular decision or opinion, right? This is a fact-based channel, but I'm going to give you an opinion right now. When it was all unfolding over that first hour, BC was saying this is actually a pretty good SmackDown. They started out with storytelling, man. 20 straight minutes of storytelling. No in-ring action. I fucking loved it. We see enough bangers all the fucking time in pro wrestling. Give me stories. You know how we started SmackDown? 20 straight minutes of storytelling. They didn't even give a fuck. We ain't gonna have any wrestling till after 20 minutes. I fucking loved it. Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy's turning on Bray Wyatt. There's so many plot twists, so many fun turns in this story. I love where they're going with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. I don't know about this fucking Mountain Dew match, and if they don't pull it off pristinely, this is going to hurt Bray Wyatt. His first big match back on a premium live event, and it's a Mountain Dew match. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I got my reservations on that, but I love where their story is going. And then they went into Sami Zayn trying to get to see the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman is blocking him, stalling. What business was Roman doing in the locker room? And then Paul Heyman says, oh, green light, enough stalling, you can come in now. And Zayn thought he was kidding around. Paul Heyman was like, no. yeah, okay, we're joking, yeah. Zayn goes in, and then he's got that look like something is up, man. Something is up. 20 straight minutes, guys, of fucking storytelling. And then we went into a damn good matchup. For those that want bangers, you got Solo Sikoa, Sheamus. You had a very good first hour rocking with WWE, man. You still had John Cena coming back later in the night. Funny backstage segment with Top Dolla, or as they're calling him. The whole locker room is making fun of this dude, calling him Flop Dolla. Guys, SmackDown was kicking ass last night. BC was about to come on to this channel and say, 3 H's. Thank you. Thanks for giving us storylines. Thanks for giving us a fucking actual wrestling show. First hour flew by, and I wanted more. BC was all about that shit, bro. First hour, could not fucking believe it. We were off to the races, and we're going to go over it. This is a full review, guys. I did all my due diligence, all my notes. And then something happened. And then something happened as we went into the second hour. Something happened as we went into the second hour. So Ronda and Raquel had a 17-minute match. Raquel could not beat Ronda in 17 minutes. Okay, no, of course. Ronda should be winning. She's your champion. Raquel looks good in defeat. I mean, it took 17 minutes. And then this lady came back. This woman came back. We call her the Golden Child. Vince McMahon and 3 H's. We call her the Golden Child because from day one, she was just anointed, just championships, main events, you name it. Talent? Yeah. Could she be 10 times better? Of course. Her lack of selling, when she doesn't want to sell, she just does not sell. Her moonsault never lands. Natural selection and figure 8 leg lock is really all she does. But we're going to act like she's exceptional. Okay, I get it. But she comes back after 7 months off. She comes back and she declares that she wants Ronda in her championship now. Ronda, who's ever so horrible, by the way, and I was a Ronda fan back in UFC. I loved Ronda Rousey. The way her attitude was, fuck the world. I'm going to destroy anybody in front of me. Ronda Rousey in UFC was the fucking best. Ronda Rousey in WWE is an absolute travesty of epic proportions. So there's no doubt that they had to get rid of Ronda Rousey's title reign. That's pretty fucking evident, right? So they did that. And they felt that the only way they could do that is Charlie to come back after 7 months and declare that she's going to have a title match right there. Ronda says, I'm feeling spicy. Let's do it. Who the fuck says that when you're about to fight somebody? I'm feeling spicy. This is not the Ronda Rousey that was in UFC. Vince McMahon and 3 H's have ruined Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler to the point of no return, basically. He's just going to throw them in a tag team now, guys, and they're going to be tag team champions. And we're going to have to act like none of their booking happened in the last several years. And now we're going to have to act like they're true badasses that couldn't get the job done solo. So now they're going to have to come together and destroy a non-existent tag team division. Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with Ronda and Shayna. I hope you guys know that. So she comes back after 7 months off, and she rolls up the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Farouk roll-up to Ronda Rousey. She couldn't even get the tights, right? It was supposed to be, she learned from her father. She's a Flair. She grabbed the tights. She was trying to grab on. She doesn't realize Ronda has those fucking high tights, so it doesn't do anything. So she literally just rolls Ronda up, and Ronda is like the kid from the Christmas Story. I can't get up. I can't get up. Guys, I can't get up. Or the kid that's got his tongue stuck to the fucking, the flagpole. Guys, hell, I can't get away. I can't get up. I stuck. She's fucking stuck. Ronda Rousey is glued to the fucking mat, and Charlie is just like, oh, this is easy. 7 months off. I beat Ronda in 1 fucking minute. It took Raquel 17 and she couldn't even get the job done. How does that make Raquel look? But then you have the fucking dweebs online, you know, the 8-year-olds and the fucking poor adults that don't understand pro wrestling and why this is destroying wrestling. Then you have those fuckers. They'll be online with 140 characters. The queen is back. Woo! Woo! The queen is back. Woo! Woo! Hey, everybody, you you want. You can hate all you want because the queen is back. Woo! Woo! Not realizing how fucking stupid you get the fuck. Who gave you 140 characters? Shut the fuck up! Internet bitch slap, IBS, you fucking fool, you clown, you geek. Woo! The queen is back! You guys see the queen? The queen is back! The queen! Did you guys see the queen last night? She came back, she won. Basically's gonna be pissed. I'm gonna see Beasley be enraged. He's a lunatic, that Beasley. He takes wrestling so seriously. He's gonna flip out. I'm gonna watch. Gee, I call that entertainment. You don't like me, but you're gonna watch anyway. Looks like I'm entertaining your ass, aren't I? Looks like I know what I'm doing, huh? Oh, who would have thought? When this is all said and done, within the next 24 hours, you come right back. You're gonna see the views into the thousands. Looks like BC knows exactly what he's fucking doing. While you're sitting there with 140 characters going, Queen! The queen is back! BC's gonna be pissed! Hey, Teddy, did you see Beasley? He was so pissed. Hey, Teddy, the queen is back. Put on SmackDown on Fox. She's going to win the 18th title, the 76th title. And all these little fucking geeks and dweebs get their rocks off because their queen came back. Their queen. And how does that make Raquel? And then you know what they do? They're so fucking stupid, they just contradict themselves. She came back to help out the roster. The roster's in such shambles. She's the only one to create new stars. You just fucking ruined Raquel, you dumb fuck. You fucking dipshit Dugenheimer. You just wrecked Raquel in the fucking process. Chat, do these fucking idiots even fucking understand what they're even saying? My gold card members, I mean, you must see this in the community. The like idiot to the extreme that doesn't even, they're not even putting together coherent, logical statements or sentences. They're trying to piece together sentences. They're so fucking dumb they can't do it. They don't know what it even means. She's gonna help wrestlers. When in the last 6 to 7 years that she's been on the roster has she fucking helped motherfuckers consistently? But herself. Raquel looked like a fucking idiot last night. 17-minute war. But you see, her elbow was hurting, remember, man? This girl comes back after 7 months, takes out Ronda after a minute. Well, she was tired, basically. With a roll-up. You make Ronda look even more foolish than she already was. Raquel looks like a fucking idiot. And then we play, and you know what else they say? The queen is back. Those people, you guys know those people. Oh yeah, the queen is back. You know what they say, guys? They go like this. The division was so hurting. Who else was going to come back to do this? H had to put it on Charlotte. Charlotte's the only one to save the division. You fucking geeks. Do you understand that Charlotte's been there for 6 to 7 years up front? The exact time frame where Monday Night Raw especially started fucking tanking in the ratings. WWE started to tank in the ratings. The women's division started to become absolutely nauseating the same time that Charlotte started being pumped down everybody's fucking thrizzle. The definition of insanity is doing the same fucking thing over and over and expecting different results. So now it's 2022 going into 2023. We're going into 2023 now. And we're doing the same thing with Charlotte that put the ratings in the fucking tank. How is she here to save when she's part of the problem? If you're part of the problem, you can't be a part of the solution. And trust me, by the way, I'm going to pull a fucking 180. I'm going to shock people here. To the Charlotte Flair fans, that's not even shade. Salute to the fans, because I'm no hypocrite. If Sasha came back out of nowhere and won a title, I'm throwing a fucking party. But because BC knows that she deserves that shit, and she has for years. But I'm throwing a party. Charlotte Flair fans, I hope they understand that they're like the fucking New England Patriots of the last decade, or my Yankees from 96 to 2000. They made Charlotte a dynasty. That's great. She's the golden child of VKM and HHH. I understand that. I'm no fucking hypocrite on that. Congrats to the Charlotte fans. But don't get it twisted. I hope the Charlotte fans understand that it's not helping the business at all. And we have proof of that by factual content, factual statistics, factual numbers, factual metrics that tell us that Charlie still does not connect with the crowd. And you think that wasn't by design in Tampa, Florida last night? Do you guys understand that when somebody is gone for months, when they come back, you get the biggest pop that you're going to get? You get the biggest pop when you first come back. They knew that. So Triple H knew. 3 H's and Vince McMahon, because Vince is making these decisions with this fucking, with Schnoz, man. They knew that they had to strike the second she came back, because after just a week or two, it'll be right back to the same fucking robotic Charlie Flair. Her promos, her wrestle, everything will be just the fucking same. And they know it's going to be lackluster. So they had the strike on the night one, and in Tampa, Florida. You would never see this done in New York City. You would never see this done in Chicago, Illinois. You would never see this done in Philadelphia. You would never see this done in any of those cities. It had to be a place like Tampa. And Florida is like a second home to BC. Much love to Florida. But a lot of Florida will show up and they just want to have fun. Just give us anybody. Charlotte's back? Okay, a return. And that's what you're going to get. And then you get a surprise title victory. Of course, people are going to fucking pop, not even realizing shit. It always we've seen this time and time again. People come back, they get the biggest pop. You come back to Tampa, Florida to win this championship, you're going to get a fucking pop. Are you trying to sell me that connection is going to be across the states? Let's see. I'm down with that. If you want to say that, I say you're wrong. Let's see who wins. Let's see. Let's see about this fucking pop, and don't act like, by the way, they weren't piping in shit as well. But absolutely, Tampa, Florida was just, wow, there's a big return. Whoa, a championship just changed hands. And then she goes into the crowd where they know that is a cheap pop. When you go into the crowd, you're going to excite the fans. They had all the fireworks. The pyro was on ice, right? The beer is on ice. The pyro was on fucking ice. The capsules were on ice, and once those things were lit, the fire came out of that shit. And the pyro was waiting. Everything was strategically placed because they knew they couldn't have her win the Royal Rumble. They couldn't have her go to Mania because everybody would continue to shit on Charlie Flair's booking. Not Ashley Flair. She's a beautiful young lady. She hopefully has a great career in front of her. We hope. But the booking has to change. I hope people understand. We're not just trashing Ashley Flair, Charlotte just a trash. We're trashing the booking of Charlie Flair, and it's pathetic. It is nauseating. That's what we are fucking flipping out. I don't understand what people are not understanding. We have played this game for 7 years, and nothing has changed. The product has not gotten better with Charlie in 14 title reigns. So when does it change? 15, 16, 17 after she's well past her father's record? And we continue to play this game, and you wonder why Sasha Banks took off. You wonder why Naomi took off. Because it's the same fucking song and dance. After 7 months, you come back for a title? And 3H's ripped the Band-Aid off. They could not prolong this to Royal Rumble and Mania. So they ripped the Band-Aid. Fucking return? Hot fucking pop because she returned. 1 minute match so nobody could fucking settle down and realize, oh, what are we cheering for? Win the fucking title, run into the audience so the fans are excited, have pyro so they can't shut up. All in Tampa, Florida. This was strategically placed. They jump through fiery hoops of hell to try to get Charlotte over. And after 7 years, it has not worked. You could be a Charlotte Flair fan all you want. That's awesome. I'm not even joking. I mean, I'm fans of people that other people don't see anything in. I get it. I like Jinder Mahal. A lot of people never want to see this guy back on TV. I get it. So you could be a fan of Charlotte, but don't distort the reality. Don't be delusional. This is why she catches so much heat. I see people go, I don't know why Charlotte gets so much heat in the community. Jealous haters. What do you mean you don't know why? Then get off of the online fucking universe then, because you clearly don't know how to use it. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to wrestling. We are fucking baffled because it doesn't work. I could see if they give her 14 titles and the ratings are through the fucking roof. When she was on Monday Night Raw too, not when, instead, when she debuted, they were over 3 million viewers. You know what Raw pulls in now? Roughly 1.5. I'm not saying she's the sole problem, but shit, what is she adding? If you gave this type of booking just an ounce, a fraction of it, to Sasha Banks or Naomi or Ember Moon, Athena, or Xia Li, just to see. Man, they'd be through the fucking moon, or at least give them the chance. Could you imagine if Sasha Banks got this type of booking? She comes back, she just wins a fucking title. No, instead they stuff her in a fucking tag team, and they go, we're going to promise you everything we promised you with Bayley, and we're going to make a tag team division, we're going to make you relevant, we're going to have you tag champions, you're going to make a real prestigious division. And they lied to Sasha twice, once with Bayley, once with Naomi. Of course she's going to walk out. This is fucking silly at this point. It's embarrassing. How the fuck are you gonna? You know what I see? She had to do. They had to do this. BC. She's the most marketable female in the division. She's the most marketable. Why is she more marketable than Naomi? Why is she more marketable than Naomi? I asked. Promos? I'll give you Charlotte's a little bit more comfortable and confident on the promo on the stick, no question. But it's like nails on a chalkboard. You want to bang your head on a fucking on a cement or a brick wall because it's the same fucking robotic Charlie Flair. I am the queen and I am going to beat you and become champion. All bow down to the queen. It's nails to a chalkboard. Athleticism? Naomi is way more athletic than Charlie. What the fuck does Charlie do? The moonsault that never connects. What else? I've seen her do a cartwheel in her entrance. Natural selection? Figure 8 leg lock? Have you seen Naomi? Do you understand what Naomi is capable of? She's a human highlight reel. She's a human highlight reel, but she's not blonde, blue-eyed, a tall blonde, blue-eyed, marketable person for VKM. I'm not a Flair, and I don't, woo! Naomi, if you just gave her some of this, marketable, I'll take a fucking glow-in-the-dark title. A glow-in-the-dark title over what do you sell for Charlotte? Little crowns? Queen crowns, I guess? Because we haven't seen enough kings and queens in pro wrestling? You know what happened when Naomi tried to get a glow-in-the-title? A glow-in-the-dark title that she showed up to the live? She got punished! If Charlie did it, Charlie would be pushed to the fucking moon with a fucking queen title. What did she do? She showed up to a live event with a queen title without my permission? I like the idea. Let's make money. You know what people said after Naomi did that at the live event? They said, oh, that's a badass title. I want to get that. Where can I get that? Is that on Shop yet? No, she got punished. She got punished. We cannot market Naomi. We can only market Naomi when it's in certain communities like Brooklyn. Then we'll put her up on the fucking posters. Then we'll put her on the banners. I know! I've seen it! And it's a damn shame what they did to Naomi. And you wonder, oh, she just followed Sasha. She wouldn't have done this on her own. How do you know that for 10 fucking years she didn't want to do this? She didn't want to walk the fuck out. Naomi gets fucking nothing when I say she is better than Charlotte Flair. She is more marketable. What's the character of Charlotte Flair? I am a queen. I'm the queen. Bow down. Naomi has a fucking character. The fucking glow character. It's a statement in life. Don't ever let anybody fucking dim your shine, your glow. She can market that shit with the glow-in-the-dark titles, the glasses. Naomi is a billion times better than Charlotte. And then you ask yourself, how many? Chat, I know the answer. My gold card members, anybody in the chat. Let's educate everybody. Let's educate every fucking body. How many titles in 10 years? She's been there years more than Charlotte. How many titles has Naomi won? Singles titles. Please educate. No, not Charlotte. Naomi. How many titles has Naomi won? Uno, dos. It's 2. 2 titles. One of them was so fucking quick, by the way, SmackDown. I understand why some of you guys think it was 1. You might as well say it was 1. 2 titles. One of them was just because it was fucking, sad to say, Black History Month. The only time they like to utilize Naomi on the next level. And Orlando, Florida, her hometown, was one of the fucking gigs. 2 times. 2 times, and she's been there years longer than Charlie. Way more marketable, way more athletic. You could argue and say Charlotte's best match in 2022 was back in February against Naomi. I say that Charlotte's best match in 2022 was with Naomi in February. Okay, so now we have 2. Naomi has 2 titles. She's been there years longer, and I feel way better than Charlotte. Now, guys, tell me how many titles Charlotte has won. And if you include NXT, I believe it's 16. But let's not even include NXT. We have Naomi's 2 titles. Now put up Charlotte's. That is correct, Amplified Unit. You guys are correct. Richie P, Santivia Major, WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, Dev Owl, Renee G, R. Wade, Damonte, 17, man. Give it a moment. If you add in the NXT and probably what will happen next year, it'll be way past that. DJ is a prodigy. Scott McMahon, you are correct. James Shrimp Fajitas, the wisdom of Charlie Grin. Jared Nine's up in this bitch. You guys are correct. 14 championships to Naomi's 2. And there are people in the community. I use the term fans loosely because they don't know what they're not fans. They don't know what they're talking about. They're either 8 years old or they're a sad adult who doesn't understand how fucking pathetic this is and why people would be pissed off at this booking. Then you understand why we now know that this is the handpicked golden child, and it is absolutely going nowhere. It has destroyed the women's division for 7 years. 7 years. Charlotte has been a part of the problem, not the solution. So what did 3H's and VKM come up with? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And here we go again. We're doing the Charlotte Flair thing again on night 1 because they had to rip the Band-Aid off because they knew. She came back as a face, guys. Do you guys understand? This is the 9th heel face turn that we have had. 9 in 7 years. That's up there with like Big Show, Kane, Nia Jax. Do you know what happens, guys? Do you know why that's done? I'm going to educate people here, man. I'm going to educate people. Do you know why wrestlers will change heel face so many times in a short amount of time? It's because it's not working. They are not connecting. That's why that's done. So they turn you heel. They try everything. You guys remember just a year or 2 ago? Maybe it was just last year. Asuka was the singles Asuka was the Raw champion. I bring this up all the time on the channel like a broken record, but it needs to be repeated. Asuka was asked to hold the hand of Lana to get her over, and then when Charlotte came back, Lana got kicked to the curb. Your Raw singles champion Asuka had to then hold the hand of one of Vince's other blonde bombshells, Charlie Flair. She came back, and Asuka had to give her the rub when Asuka's the fucking champ. And you're telling me there's no agenda? Why would you not push Asuka to the moon? Asuka just held the title. That's all she did. She barely defended it. She never did. Asuka was a fucking secondary afterthought. It was all done for Charlie, and when it was all said and done, Charlie ended up with the belt anyway. You don't have to like what I'm saying, by the way. I know. Basically, he's such a fucking asshole. What a douche this guy is. Hail the queen, basically. You don't have to like what I'm saying. I'm dishing nothing but facts, guys. I remember everything that happened over the last 7 fucking years. How she ruined Asuka from the jump. She took the fucking undefeated streak from Asuka. And it's not just Ashley, by the way. Ashley Flair didn't show up to work and declare what she was going to do. It's the booking. The booking of Charlotte Flair is tragic. Again, if you're a fan of Charlotte, salute. I'm not even, if you're a fan, then you're happy. But I hope you understand why we are befuddled, baffled, nauseated by this. Because it's not helping, man. People are being destroyed. Those wrestlers are being destroyed. Those ladies are being destroyed. And it's like delusion. You look at people and the Charlotte fans and they're like, this had to be no, not even Charlotte fans. People are just like, this had to happen. As long as it's off Ronda Rousey, I guess who else but Charlotte? It has to be reset, basically. You're not understanding, guys. We did this for 7 years. Not only did nothing change, it got worse. So what do you mean we needed Charlotte? It's this type of shit that drove Sasha, Naomi, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, everybody out. This is what did it. This is what fucking did it. Austin Theory cashes in his briefcase during an open challenge. Makes no fucking sense. It's actually embarrassing, that Triple H botch, that 3H's botch. Austin Theory cashes in during an open challenge and still loses, by the way. Still loses. Charlotte Flair has no briefcase. Charlotte issues her own challenge for the title, and Charlotte wins. There's no consistency. There's no continuity in this company. 3H's isn't in this alone. It is clear after last night, and this is going to make people cry, and it doesn't even matter anymore. I am no longer looking to debate. I am no longer open to discussion on this. I am going to say this loud and clear because it's factual information. Vince McMahon is here. He is absolutely calling the shots with 3H's. There's no doubt 3H's has more power and is calling shots now. But if you think that VKM is not fucking calling the shit with him, you notice I said he didn't come back. Vince McMahon is back. No. Jack Brewer, you are absolutely correct. Strictango, you are correct. He never left. I was the first and only person to say that, wasn't I? And everybody laughed and said, BC, you're tripping, man. BC, you need a nice long vacation, man. Vince is gone, dude. When Triple H himself told us that he still talks to Vince about this shit. What more does H need to tell you? You look at these decisions, bro. Who are the people that Vince McMahon was pushing the most when he supposedly left? Let's do a little experiment. Let's see how wrong Beasley is. Ready? You guys ready for this? I'm going to give you 3 names that Vince McMahon was pushing to the moon before he supposedly left. Austin Theory, Charlotte Flair, Lacey Evans. Who are 3 talents right now that are being pushed to the moon? All of a sudden, Austin Theory still, and they try to make it look like it was an H decision to reset and repackage him. Austin Theory, Charlotte Flair, clearly after last night, and after the last 2 weeks of vignettes, they're going with Lacey Evans' mega push yet again with a 3rd different character. Are you not connecting the dots? H brought back people like the Mia Yims and the Johnny Garganos and all that, and fucking Dexter Loomis and Karrion Kross. Those aren't the ones being given catapults. Roman and Bray were going anyway, by the way. I never connect Roman and Bray with Vince or 3H's. They're wild cards because Bray gets to create his own shit, just needs the final approval, and Roman Reigns basically does his own shit. So I leave them all off. Guys, are you not connecting the dots here? VKM never left. Never left. Now you have both dudes in charge. And the waters are even more muddied. At times, you have shows that have a glimmer of hope, like last night. I was enjoying SmackDown last night. Hour 1 was fucking awesome. Okay, maybe not awesome. I don't want to be one of those people that uses a word wrongly. But it was really good. Hour 1, the first 20 minutes with actual storytelling. Loved it. And then you go into this shit, and it's baffling, man. Like if it didn't work the first 7 years, if this didn't work for 7 years, this Charlotte Flair experiment failed. It didn't even get Charlotte over. Again, that crowd last night, it's because she was gone for 7 months. She had a 1-minute title change match. That's when crowds, especially like Tampa Bay, that's when they fucking cheer like that. You ain't gonna get that in New York City, Chicago, Philadelphia, not even Miami, Florida. You ain't getting that. That crowd will shit on that from the jump. They knew that. They chose Tampa Bay. They chose her the night of her return where she's gonna get the loudest, biggest pop. They had it a 1-minute match so nobody can fucking go back on their thoughts. They had her go into the crowd, which always excites fans. They had pyro galore. They pulled all the strings. They are willing to go the distance to try to give you every reason that you should get behind Charlie. And for 7 years, it hasn't worked. She hasn't even gotten her fucking self over. And people in this community wonder why we're pissed off, right? It's funny, right? They're all angry. The queen is back and people are upset. I love this. Up, you fucking moron. Shut up. Fucking geeks. Angry? No. Baffled that these decisions can be made and that people can be okay with these decisions. It's baffling. When we see that shit, bow down to the queen. Hate jealous haters. When we see shit like that, we're not getting angry. We're fucking laughing internally that there could be that type of satire in the world. That type of stupidity actually exists in humanity. It is. It's basically fucking like it's usually just like kids, you know. Bow down to the queen, but there is some adults that like they don't understand why we're baffled. There's like adults that are like, bow down to the queen. She's gonna save the women's division. And I'm like, whoa. She's gonna save the... She didn't succeed the first 7 years. She didn't even get herself over. She's a 14-time champion now. Which just tells BC that she can't hold on to a fucking title. My amplified unit... when I last looked at the big screen, we had hit 100 on the ups before we even got into the show or the cold open. I just looked again. We are now over 200 on the ups. Guys, you guys rock. Let's get that to 300. If you want good luck, prosperity in 2023, it starts with doing a good deed. Smash that up, and your 2023 is going to be amazing. If you don't smash that up, ooh, that's going to be a bumpy 2023 for you guys. I said this earlier. It's the old Bobby the Brain Heenan saying, man, one of the best managers in the world. Listen to me, you go straight to the top. If you don't listen to me, you're never heard from again. Smash that up. Why not give yourself some good mojo? BC is giving you guys good mojo for 2023. Good luck. And all you got to do to get it, smash that up. Let's take that to 300 plus. There's no fucking reason not to. Guys, that's the cold open. Took me nearly 40 minutes. Unfortunately, we are going to have to talk about this again, and I may have to explode yet again because I don't know. You know, we're going to talk about this in a few minutes because it happened in the second hour. And I want to go over the notes that I had last night, and I may have to light this mic up again and drop another promo bomb. I may have to fucking implode this microphone. But we are going to have to talk about this again. If you're sick and tired of the Charlotte talk, I understand. But it was a big story last night, and I haven't even gotten to the review part. So I might have to rant, as they call it, yet again. But we shall see. I want to start from the jump, guys. And I know the supers, man. Some of you guys already came in with some supers. You guys fucking rock. I will get to those as well as give a shout out to my gold card members, man. I see my gold card members, man. Those green names with the gold card. That always is such a sight to see for BC, man. So I'll give you guys a shout out as well. We're right under 300 on the ups already before I even start reviewing the show. So you guys fucking rock. I want to give you guys a salute, actually, if you don't mind. Salute to all you guys that smashed that up. Bray Wyatt started this show. Says that he's actually not a good person in the things that he's done to get where he is. He has not many regrets. But he does regret his actions last week, and he tries apologizing to the poor camera operator that he annihilated last week. However, LA Knight would interrupt Wyatt, prevent that apology. Yeah. Fucking LA Knight is phenomenal, guys. Exactly, JR9. Bray Wyatt is excellent. LA Knight is fucking phenomenal as well, dude. And by the way, while I said phenomenal, much love and respect and well wishes over to AJ Styles. He has that ankle injury. I don't know if it's a break or a sprain, but we hope that he's back in action soon. And I hope, if you want to talk resets, I hope that 3H's pulls his nose out of his own ass and starts booking AJ Styles the way he should be booked, which is a main event player, because he is still one of the best wrestlers today. And if he's out of his prime, it's not by much. It is criminal what Vince McMahon and 3H's have done to AJ Styles the last 2 years. I miss main event AJ Styles, man. That heel run he had with the title was fucking awesome. The feud that he had with Shane McMahon. Do you guys remember that? The car window? The story in the feud he had with Shane McMahon is still one of my favorites in the last 5-ish years. I miss old school AJ Styles. And I hope when he comes back, I hope we start booking him better, man. And did you guys see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn last night? Guys, they were beating the fuck out of each other. These are like best friends. Owens popped him in the nose, broke his fucking nose, shattered that shit. Zayn reseats him over his left eye. By the end of the match, Owens was just out. He was looking at Cena with a little smirk, but I mean, he was drained. Ricochet, the dumbass. Ricochet fucking takes off Gunther's dome piece. What is this dude doing, swinging the chair at his head? Referees immediately called for the X, took out the black gloves. Gunther's dome piece shattered. Anyway, we're going to talk all about that coming up, guys. Where was I? LA Knight is just so good, just like Bray. Yeah, LA Knight comes out, doesn't allow Bray to apologize to that camera operator from last week's beating. This was a good face-to-face with solid promo work from LA Knight, man. Knight says, this is a quote, "The Royal Rumble is coming up, and it'll be his first, so he wants to make it memorable. He challenges Wyatt to a match at the Rumble. Wyatt responds, and I quote, 'You little idiot.'" He actually said, "You little idiot." He says, "Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to remind you and everybody else just how cruel I can become. I accept." Now, this is where Uncle Howdy, Richocet. Richocet. You guys remember that when he was on his losing streak, even as champion, man. Uncle Howdy shows up on the Tron. I'm like, oh shit, what are we gonna do, man? Even though they set up a Rumble match, let's add another layer to this story. Bring him to the ring. I didn't think they were actually going to. No, Uncle Howdy didn't just show up on the Tron, man. Howdy then makes his way to the ring. Uncle actually puts his hat, he sets his hat on the canvas. He goes up the steps, and Uncle is now in the ring, right between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. So fucking cool. Such an awesome visual. He looks at fucking LA Knight face to face like they're going to jump this dude. So LA Knight is about to piece, beat, feet, and seat. LA Knight is like, check you. I see what's happening here. 2-on-1, I ain't about it. He goes to leave. He goes then fucking Howdy goes over to Bray Wyatt, stands beside him. LA Knight is like, I'm out of here, bro. I see exactly what's happening. Howdy turns to Wyatt, boom, Sister Abigail onto Bray Wyatt. Beautifully done. What the fuck? Takes now this could be a plan by Wyatt, or Howdy is literally in business for himself, or it's still conflicting personalities. I mean, it's clearly somebody else. There's so many guys. I cannot fucking tell you how many layers, how many twists and turns, plot twists have already been in this storyline. LA Knight is befuddled that he just turned on Bray Wyatt. Knight is just in pure shock on the outside in front of Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. Wyatt is completely out at this point. Badass Sister Abigail. And Uncle is slowly walking to the back as if it's business as usual. And he's doing that old walk, like the 1910s, 1920s, where the dude with the top hat is kind of like fucking, he's swinging around a chain, like it has a watch at the end of it. And he's swinging it around and he's walking slowly up the fucking ramp. And I'm like, can this be any more beautiful? This is fucking awesome. This is storytelling. This is what I wish every show would open up with. Something that tells us a story. I don't need to see a banger from the jump. I don't need to start the show with two wrestlers already in the ring and the bell rings and we're like, I'm going to see a banger. I hope they do the Canadian Destroyer from the top rope and then the 620 frog splash Hurricanrana moonsault. I don't give a fuck about your bangers. There's plenty of time to have your wrestling matches. Let's create the stories. If you want just fucking actual competition, go to amateur wrestling. Go watch college wrestling. Go watch fucking Major League Baseball, NBA, the NFL for real competition. Pro wrestling is based on larger-than-life characters and storylines that matter. Feuds that we have to buy the pay-per-view to see the culmination. That's what pro wrestling has always been about, guys. They started the show beautifully. And they didn't even stop there. I don't know if somebody trapped fucking VKM and 3H's into a bathroom, but so far SmackDown is good. We immediately went to a backstage. Oh, and by the way, before I even go into that, guys. And again, I love this fucking story. The layers, the turns, the plot twist. Two exceptional performers like Knight and Wyatt. You add in an Uncle, maybe even a Bliss down the road, and we have something awesome here. Let's fucking go, dude. But then they announced that it's a Mountain Dew match at Royal Rumble, and I was like, oh no. We kind of knew that it was going to be the Mountain Dew match. Pitch Black match was going to be for Bray, but I was hoping maybe not, It is, and I hope this just doesn't ruin the prestige of it. When I heard Michael Cole say, Bray versus LA Knight in a Mountain Dew match, Mountain Dew Pitch Black, I was like, oh my God, they did not just say that. And I broke this to you guys last week, by the way. It's a soft drink that Mountain Dew is coming up with, a soda. They're bringing it back. It's called Pitch Black Mountain Dew. They're sponsoring. This didn't work the first time when they did it with Pizza Hut and Montez was like in a battle royal or some shit eating pizza. It didn't work when they did the Zombies for Batista, the zombie movie or whatever he was doing, and they had a zombie match with The Miz. And I don't know if this is going to work with Mountain Dew. If anybody can pull it off, I guess it's Bray Wyatt, but this is just ridiculous by 3H's. But this is what I mean. He is absolutely working with Vince. We already heard Stephanie say that they want to work more with sponsorship because Pizza Hut in the zombie movie was so fucking great. So that's what we're going to... That's what we're going to do, man. A pitch black match. And I don't know, man. If anybody can pull it off, like I said, it's going to be Bray. But I just hope that, like, LA Knight isn't spraying Bray Wyatt with a fucking water gun that has a Mountain Dew soda in it. I hope that instead of the black voodoo, the mist on the face, that it's not fucking Mountain Dew soda. You can't make this a total fucking embarrassing shitfest. And I don't know how they're going to have to say Mountain Dew 1,000 times in the match. They're going to have to utilize Mountain Dew somehow. In the middle of the match, is LA Knight just going to start cracking Mountain Dews like it's Stone Cold pounding Steve Weisers? I don't have a good feeling about that. But the storyline with Bray and LA Knight is just top notch. It really is. But Everything else, I don't understand where this is. We'll see. We'll see. It's Bray Wyatt. He has control of his creative. I hope that he takes out anything that he think is going to be an embarrassing fucking joke, guys. And by the way, before I go into the very next segment, which was Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman, guys, who do you think Howdy is, man? I was getting vibes like it's Bo Dallas. Look like to be the same size, shape, but then a lot of people think maybe Vincent. Some people saying Cameron Grimes. Chat, this is why I like live streams. I like to bounce off like ideas from you guys. But by the way, we are so close to 300 on the ups. I say we just do it and go to 400. Definitely Bo Dallas, Triple J 82. Vincent, says Derek Fleming Jr. Black Goo Mountain Dew, Carlos Ray. A lot of you guys say Bo Dallas. Dave Mealy says it is most likely Vincent. Does anybody think Cameron Grimes or no? Jared says it should be Cameron Grimes. That would be kind of fun, actually. I could easily see Vincent in that role, guys. Jared9 was same hair Vincent has. Yeah, and there's a little bit of gray too, Jared9, that I saw. I don't know if that was dyed in there, if it was like a Bo or Cameron. I just wanted to get a gauge on you guys on that, man, because there's a lot of good answers out there. None of them are wrong. I could see Vincent, Cameron Grimes, or Bo Dallas. Could be somebody we don't even fucking know, man, and Bray Wyatt is going to throw us all for a fucking loop. And then, so after we tell that awesome storyline, we then go into Roman Reigns' locker room segment. Sami Zayn is trying to enter, but Paul Heyman blocks him off at the door. He informs Zayn that the crowd chanting his name when Roman is with him is becoming a problem. Like when you're standing out there and everybody's chanting for Sami, maybe that probably should not be what you're doing, and Roman is starting to get a little perturbed by it. So Zayn goes like this. Sami Zayn says, "What? Did he say something?" And Paul Heyman responds, "No. Did he have to? Like, are you questioning what I'm saying or what Roman is saying?" So then Heyman says, Heyman looks at his phone and says, "Oh, green light. Looks like I don't have to stall anymore. He'll see you now." Opens the door, and Zayn laughs like, "You're funny, Paul. Stalling. What a hoot." And Paul starts laughing like, "Yeah, I said we were stalling." Zayn walks in, and Paul's smile turns to a little bit more of a serious face. Like, Paul Heyman is up to something. Why was Roman having Paul stall him anyway? What business was being conducted? Layers to a fucking story. I love it. The first 20 minutes of SmackDown, put it under the category of flawless. I don't know if VKM and 3H's was trapped in a bathroom and somebody came up with this the first 20 minutes of SmackDown. I don't know if they just, if Triple H and VKM had their happy pills, but they created 20 straight minutes of awesome story time. We didn't even, it's storytelling story time. We didn't even have a match yet, guys. We went to commercial. We didn't get a match till about the 22, 23 minute mark. Strict Tango, JR9, can you tell Strict Tango who Vincent is, please? That's definitely JR9 territory there, man. My right-hand man on the channel. Appreciate that, JR9. Strict Tango, JR9 has you taken care of, bro. So we go into this, so that's the first 20-some-odd minutes. BC is thrilled. BC is thrilled. And that's why I say, man, if there's any AEW fans up in here, a lot of people think that I was harsh on AEW this week more than usual. No, I was just saying, why put together just a whole 2 hours of just matches? Tony Khan has great talent on his roster, great storytellers, and Dynamite just didn't have a lot of story. And then you wonder why you lost 81,000 viewers. It wasn't just college football, guys. Nobody really feels like they need to watch just wrestling matches, but BC, it's a wrestling show. Pro wrestling is more than just the fucking wrestling. I always say this, guys. We didn't watch in the 80s to watch Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper put on bangers. We didn't watch in the 90s to watch Stone Cold, The Rock, and The Undertaker put on bangers. We didn't watch the Ruthless Aggression to watch John Cena, Batista, Eddie Guerrero, and Benoit put on bangers. They did, by the way. But they had character and stories and... There's no reason why we should just have these. AEW should be a lot more farther along, man. I'm giving them respect. I'm giving AEW credit. I'm trying to help them. Storylines, guys. And by the way, Batista was in Tampa at SmackDown last night, guys. How cool is that? He was also there. He's got a home in Tampa anyway, as does John Cena. He went to support Cena, see everybody. So it was so cool to see. I think it was Titus O'Neil posted some really cool photos of Batista. Man, it would have been so cool to see Batista show up just to say what's up to everybody. But okay, so here we go now. Now we're going to have the first fucking... Thank you, Jer9. So Strict Tango, that is who Vincent is. Now we have the first match of the night, hour number 1. Solo Sikoa defeating Sheamus via a Samoan spike. Good, fun, physical match. Bell to bell took just over 10 minutes. Crowd was lit from start to finish. Solo winning is absolutely the right call. I know Sheamus fans are like, come on, man. I understand. I do. But this is no harm, no foul, guys. Sheamus loses nothing from this. This was a good physical match. Could have gone either way. Solo winning is absolutely the right call. A loss should be nowhere near Solo's future. Nowhere near. If it's a BC booking, Solo is undefeated through 2023, or at least most of it. And that includes WrestleMania, by the way. I even have him winning a mid-card title at WrestleMania. Post-match, the Bloodline attacks Sheamus, and a returning Drew McIntyre makes the save. I enjoyed most of this, guys. I really did. The match, seeing Drew again was cool. It was damn good to see Drew, actually. But I sincerely hope they have a direction for Drew McIntyre, guys. I sincerely hope that they're just not going to keep him attached at the hip of Sheamus. It'll be a major bust of epic proportions if they just keep Drew McIntyre attached to the hip of Sheamus because they're in a multi-man feud with, say, Bloodline or anybody else. Pairing Sheamus and McIntyre up constantly seems like a lazy crutch for 3H's to lean on, because we've seen it so many times. One-on-one or as a tag team or saving one another. It seems like a lazy crutch. Drew comes back, we're doing the same shit. And by the way, guys, yeah, we just need something different for Drew, guys. I mean, because he's got so much talent. He's proven he can be over. And just having him like make these weird saves and keeping them attached to other people, it's almost like they are giving up on him. Major props to WWE. I don't say that often, but I'm going to do it right now. Major props to WWE and Michael Cole during this match for giving a shout out to Impact commentator, TNA, whatever you want to call it when he started back, Don West. I believe 59 years old. I gave him a little bit of a tribute in yesterday's vid as well at the top of that show, that video. That was really cool for them to do. Don West didn't really work for WWE or have a connection in that way, but it's the right thing to do in the wrestling world. I don't watch Impact Wrestling, but even BC knew that this dude was cool. This dude was awesome. This dude was a voice of that company. This dude, or a voice anyway, of that company. This dude deserves the respect from the community. BC knew it. It was just if WWE was going to do the right thing or not. And WWE did the right thing, man. It was so cool to see. They had Michael Cole give a shout out to Don West. So much love and respect to Don West, man. That was just a really cool thing, and I wanted to talk about that. SmackDown Women's Championship was up next, taking us out of hour number 1 and into hour number 2. So if you guys have caught from minute 1, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark on this review. I gave you guys 15 minutes of notice before I went live. It's the middle of the fucking morning or afternoon here on a Saturday, on a weekend, and we're already going into our second hour on this review because it was a lot to talk about from last night. So to the hundreds that are joining right now live, salute to you guys. To the thousands that are going to catch this over the next 24 hours, salute, even though you ain't able to catch this live. I know you're smashing that up I know as we're headed toward 400 on those ups, I know you guys, even though you're not going to catch this live, the thousands that are going to catch this over the weekend, I know you guys are going to remain just as amplified. And I give you guys that disclaimer because I already talked about this in the cold open, but we're going to have to talk about it again right now because it's in my notes, and this is where it fell on the show. Up next was the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Ronda Rousey, your champion, versus challenger Raquel Rodriguez. In Rousey's corner is the fruit roll-up queen, Shayna Baszler. This from the jump, this match with Ronda Rousey and Raquel Rodriguez, this had every chance in the world, from the jump, every chance in the world to be a legit disaster. That's not shade, by the way. I'm a Ronda fan from UFC days, and I want to see the best for Raquel, but this had the makings of a disaster. If it fell off the rails from the jump, it was never going to get back on the track. However, but, it was not a disaster. They actually played to their strengths, guys. I can fucking speak. I'm shocked. They played to their strengths. They hid their weaknesses. Right? They kept it close. That's a strength. They grappled. That's a strength. It remained a physical contest throughout. It's Raquel and Ronda. Believably, that's the type of match you would have. So they grappled, they kept it close, it remained a physical contest throughout. They played to their strengths. They didn't try to get too cute and subsequently open themselves up to mistakes and botches, because that's what would have happened. Rousey defeats Raquel via arm bar submission after a 17-minute match. 17 minutes, and Ronda Rousey did damn good. I don't know if this was heavily rehearsed or not. We don't know. Ronda says she practices in her ring all the time with her opponent, right? They fly him out to Ronda's ranch farm, and they practice wrestling. I don't know, bro. But it was a decent 17-minute match. And I'm like, okay, even in defeat, Raquel doesn't lose much here. She gave it 17 minutes, but believably, you're just not beating Ronda Rousey. Right? Raquel looks good. The only thing that could make Raquel look like a fucking idiot is if somebody was to just come down the aisle, challenge Ronda to a championship match, beat Ronda in 1 minute via a stupid fruit roll-up or something, and win the title from Ronda a minute after Raquel spent 17 minutes trying to do that. That would be the only thing that would make Raquel look stupid. And what are the chances of that actually happening? No, Jared, no way that could happen. So, after Ronda wins this match, Raquel gives it everything she had. Charlotte Flair's music hits, and it's like a remix too, right? She comes down as a face, she's smiling a little more. Obviously, she's been off 7 months, so you're going to get the face pop, and that's why they picked Tampa. They picked the way they did it. They knew that that's going to be the best pop she's going to get. She will not get a pop like that going forward, I assure you. We've done this for 7 years, guys. That's how I know this. And by the way, afterwards, she said this is the first time she's taken real time off. That's bullshit. She took 5 or 6 months off last year, I believe it was. So that's absolutely bullshit. This isn't the first time she's taken time off. This is just the longest that she's been away. And when she was asked, by the way, why there's no connection with her in the crowd, do you know what Charlotte's answer was last year when she did an interview? She said it's because they haven't had a chance to, what was the word she used? They haven't had a chance to miss me yet. In other words, she needs to take a long period of time off so that when she comes back, she can get a good pop. She literally admitted that, guys. She said the reason I'm not connecting with everybody is because I did not give them a reason to a chance to miss me yet. Again, we did this before, and when she came back and Asuka had to fucking give her the rub and all that shit, it didn't work. So we'll see. We'll play this experiment, though. We'll play this experiment. But she gets the fucking pop because it's Tampa and she's been gone for 7 fucking months. She has a fucking remix in her music. She's smiling. She's a face now. This is the 9th fucking time we've seen her as a heel or a face because they don't know what to do with her. Nothing is working. There's no connection. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Now I'm thinking, I'm up in here thinking, Allison's dropping fucking banger bombs up in the chat. Dropping fucking banger bombs up in here. Tipping BC a coffee after coffee after coffee. Allison, I'm going to get to that in a little bit. All my supers, I assure you. I just saw that banger bomb flash up in the screen. Come on, bro. My unit rocks. Fuck. Where was I, man? Allison in the banger bomb just fucking caught me off guard there. So she comes back. Now BC is thinking at this point, man. Allison, I hope all those banger bombs are for you, Allison. Thank you, unit, for showing that love. Carlos Ray putting up those truth bombs as well. Amplified facts. Carlos knows, man. Dave fucking dropping mega bombs. Hey, Merrick. JR9, I appreciate that, man. Heartbreaker. Kaya. PB Sillaprod. Guys, I have to get through this. I'm gonna forget where I left off. So Charlotte comes back. Now BC is thinking. BC, and by the way, we're headed toward 350 on the ups. When you come in, man, for good mojo in 2023, all you got to do is smash that up. I'm telling you, man, BC's feeling it. 2023, you want the good mojo, you want good luck, you smash that up, you take it to 350 plus. Now I'm thinking, here we go. We're going to set up Charlotte Flair and Ronda again at the Royal Rumble. Or she's going to announce that she's entering the Rumble. She'll win, obviously, and then she'll win a title at Mania. I'm thinking we're setting this up. I already knew she was coming back to win a title, guys. Charlotte Flair will never not be in the title picture. Or if they do, it'll be a couple quick months to throw us off the trail, and then she's right back into it. WWE panics if Charlie's not around sniffing the title. Panics. And it already doesn't work with the title. When she has the title, there's no connection and nobody gives a fuck unless you're an actual Charlotte fan. So imagine without the title, WWE panics. So we already knew she was coming back to win a title. We just thought it was going to be the Rumble WrestleMania connection to burn everybody. Nope, they ripped the Band-Aid off. They did it in night one where she's going to get the biggest pop because she's been gone for 7 months. It's Tampa Bay. We're going to have pyro. We're going to have you go into the crowd after you win the thing so everybody is more excited. They pulled out all of the stops to try to make fans fucking cheer. They even had piped-in crowd noise. Did you hear that? They pulled out all the stops, all the pyro in the world. Because BC was caught off guard. They did it last night. They didn't even wait till the Rumble or WrestleMania because they knew we were all going to shit on it. And they knew this because they have 7 years of information. They have 7 years of research and data that tells us this doesn't work, this Charlotte experiment. So they did it all in one night, in 1 fucking minute. Charlotte comes down, and she fucking fruit roll-ups. She rolls up what is supposed to be the baddest woman on the planet, at least at one point. Even if you don't agree with it or believe that she was, doesn't matter. That was her moniker. That's how she was built up in UFC, and it was fun. And they rolled her up, just like Shayna. Shayna only loses via the fruit roll-up, usually in less than 2 minutes. They have ruined Shayna Baszler to the point. We use the term buried all the time in wrestling. Sometimes we use it in the wrong way, a lot of the times. Shayna has been buried 76 times. Vince McMahon, VKM, 3 H's, they bury her, and then they dig her back up. Then they rebury her just for shits and giggles. Then they dig her back up. Then they rebury her. Then they bring her back up. They watch some TV. They get bored. They go out to the gravesite. They fucking dig her back up. They rebury her. Well, last night they added Ronda Rousey to the fruit roll-up list. 1 minute. Do you know how that looks to fucking Raquel Rodriguez, who just spent 17 minutes trying to beat Ronda Rousey? Charlotte takes 7 months off, spears the shit out of her, and rolls her up. Woo! And all the fucking Charlotte minions. Ha ha! Woo! The queen is back! Ha ha! Can't wait to see Beasley and JD yell online! Can't wait to see them yell! They're gonna have a fit! I love it! Let's watch Beasley and JD act like maniacs! We're not acting like anything. This is befuddling. Nobody's angry to the point. When I'm done filming this, do you think I'm going to Starbucks and I'm going to beat up all the baristas because they didn't make my vanilla latte? They didn't put enough fucking vanilla in it? I asked for 2 pumps. I didn't ask for 1. I didn't ask for 3 pumps. You think I'm going to start Batista bombing people through the fucking Starbucks table? Do you think I'm going to take the coffee machine and bash it over the barista's dome piece? Nobody's fucking angry to the point where we're going to be pissed off for the rest of the day in 2022. We're baffled because these are the mistakes that put pro wrestling on life support for 7 fucking years plus. So we're asking, why keep making the same mistakes? That's all we're fucking asking. Why keep making the same fucking mistakes? And you can tell these are toddlers, kids, or adults that haven't really fucking hit adulthood yet. I don't know. But they're like, woo! The queen is back! Woo! It's the queen! It's the queen! Everybody's gonna hate jealous haters. How are you? You could be a fan, but how are you befuddled that people are just nauseated by this repetitive 7-year process that keeps on going? I don't know how you don't want to take your dome piece and put it straight into a brick wall. No, it's not BC angry. This is BC. Yeah, I'm amplified. I came out the fucking womb amplified. I'm an amplified motherfucker. This is me in a good mood. Imagine if you caught me on an off day and this shit happened. So she comes back. Anyway, let's take it down 2 fucking notches so I'm not blowing out the fucking mic completely. She comes back, she defeats Ronda Rousey. Now, this absolutely destroys Rousey's credibility, as if it wasn't already, right? There's a lot of people that go, well, hey, at least Ronda doesn't have it anymore, right? That's the plus. It had to come off of her. Right, there's a billion ways you could have. I say this about Austin Theory. There's a billion ways you could have done that did not destroy Money in the Bank, make Theory look like an embarrassing fucking clown to the point where fans like BC can't even get over that fucking night and that botch by 3 H's. And it was a collaboration with VKM, so I'm not going to solely blame them. There's ways you could have done that. Way better. That didn't make everybody look like a fucking, like a Stunad Fruit Loop. And this is the same thing. You want to take the belt off of Ronda? I totally get it. As a Ronda fan from UFC days, I'll be the first to admit Ronda Rousey in WWE has sucked. You're going to get no more truer in this community than BC. You're not going to get any sugar-coated bullshit from this channel and from this host. As a Ronda Rousey fan, this Ronda Rousey WWE thing has sucked. And it pains me to say that. It sucks to say that. Sucks to say that. Ronda Rousey just sucks. It's not even just the booking. When she's on the mic, it's so painful to get through it. You're lucky I'm feeling spicy. What? Comes off like a super nerd. And again, I'm a fan of Ronda. It's been sad all the way around. I get it needed to come off of her. I get it, guys. This is what you came up with? I understand. H and McMahon, they needed to rip the Band-Aid off because this was the only way there was going to be any type of a pop for her. Her return after 7 months in Tampa, Florida, with all the bells and whistles. Pyro, we'll have her in the crowd, getting the crowd excited. Right? They did everything. The piped-in chants as well, the piped-in crowd noise, cheers. They pulled out all the stops to make it look like this was the best decision in the world. We know how this plays out, though. Watch next week, the next 2 weeks, the next 2 months, and going forward. Do you know what we have, guys? We have Charlotte Flair back, already with a championship. And here we go again. 7 years we just did this, ish. Maybe it was 6, maybe it was 8 years. You guys can tell me in the chat. I think it was 7 years she's been on the main roster. We've already played this fucking game. It does nothing for the women's division. It's hilarious. I actually saw people go, they had to do this because Charlotte's the only one to reset the division. Charlotte's one of the main ones that destroyed the division. She's the one. fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's like somebody going to your fucking grandmother's house, power bombing your grandmother through the kitchen table. Then she's in the hospital, and you hire the guy that power bombed your grandmother to take care of her. Can you watch over my grandmother? She's got a broken back, a broken neck. She got power bombed. I think it was you. Can you take care of her? It's the same fucking thing you're saying. The person that helped destroy the women's division is the same one that's gonna try to fucking resurrect it? Basically, over here, basically, hi, basically, my name is Fuckwad Fred, and I'm gonna tell you right now, basically, I love Charlotte, and I'm so glad she's back. Basically, you're gonna have to deal with it. The Queen, basically, the Queen is back. Oh, and by the way, hashtag, woo, basically, are you listening, basically? Why do you know? Basically, the Queen is back, basically, and just deal with it, okay? You're a negative motherfucker, Beasley. A negative motherfucker. Woo! Woo! Queen! Woo! You negative motherfucker! Queen! Woo! Made their fucking year, right? The fucking the Queen Schlong Strokers. They're fucking Cloud 9. That's gonna be their whole day. Queen, everybody! Queen! She saved the day! Wow, thank goodness for Queenie. Queen came back, Queen! You ever see these fuckers? They're like, bow down to the Queen, bow! Bow! Fuck Sasha Banks, bow down to a Queen! I bet you these are the type of people that met her in real life, they'd fucking kiss her feet and shit, and actually call her Queen. Oh, Queen! I love you, Queen! I love you! You're my Queenie! You're such a queen! How did you become such a queen? Can you do a biography and tell me how you become a queen? I love queens! I need you to tell me how you became a queen! I fucking love you! I hate the haters! They're so jealous! I hate the haters! They want to be you, queen! Oh my goodness gracious, bro. I can't with these fucking people. I really can't. You can't even take it seriously. I think they think they're trying to aggravate you. You can't even take it seriously. Then they wonder why they don't even get responses. You can't even take it serious. That's fucking laughable. I cannot tell you how many dweebs and geeks are like wooing and chanting to the top of the mountaintop. The Queen is back. Yes, this is exactly what we needed going into 2023. Thank goodness for 3 H's. He's got to correct Vince's wrongs, Baisley. I'm over here. Listen, Baisley. Over here. Oh, fuck what? Okay, yeah. Baisley, he's correcting Vince's wrongs by Charlie coming back and winning the title from the jump. Sounds like he's doubling down on Vince. Anyway. Imagine if they gave Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, Naomi, Xia Li, so many others, just an ounce, a fraction of that type of booking. They knew they had the strike on her return because that's the hottest crowd that there's going to be for her. Tampa Bay, 7 months off. What was Rousey's title reign for, guys? I mean, that was just nothing. Liv Morgan was actually fucking with momentum. A lot of people just don't like Liv Morgan now. It's funny. They were all behind her, and then it got stale and boring, and all of a sudden, Liv became one of the worst wrestlers to these fucking idiots. Liv was doing just fine until the Ronda situation came right back, and Liv got put into the fucking secondary gates. Why even do fucking Ronda Rousey if you didn't know what you were doing with her anyway? And I'm telling you guys, this is going to lead most likely to Ronda and Shayna in a tag team in a non-existent division. So it's going to be worthless and meaningless, and they're going to destroy more. They're going to destroy Xia Li some more. and Raquel some more. That's what's happening here, man. They're going to form a tag team, and we're supposed to forget how bad they have been booked for years. We're supposed to forget Charlotte just showing up and embarrassing Ronda Rousey to the point of no fucking return. Ultra devastating fruit roll-up. Charlie becomes the 14-time champion in approximately 7 years. And you're telling me there's no agenda for the Golden Child? Okay. All right. We'll play that along, right? There's no agenda here, man. And now we just see where this goes, man. Does she take on Ronda again at Royal Rumble, win that shit? And does she lose it at Mania? You know, on one hand, I'm glad that Bianca is not the one that has to lose her championship to Charlotte Flair. Because every reputable report, and BC was the first one to break this to you guys, there was a serious consideration of bringing her to the Raw brand to take out Bianca and get her title. Could you imagine if this happened to Bianca twice? Becky Lynch did this last year at SummerSlam. Just showed up, won a title. And it was so badly fucking placed. Becky got the pop on the night, and that's what I always tell you guys. When you're gone for a while, you're going to get a huge pop. Becky got a nice pop, obviously, from the crowd, and then afterwards, you started to see everybody go, wait, that's fucking foolish. It was so bad that she turned heel after that. Could you imagine if Bianca had that done to her again by Charlie? I'm going to move on, otherwise it's going to be a 3-hour fucking stream. Very funny and good backstage segment next with the New Day, Madcap Moss, Mace or Masse, Mansoor, whatever the fuck, Ricochet. They were all making fun of Top Dolla and his incredible botch from 2 weeks ago. A scary botch, too. He could have injured himself and many others. The New Day set up a limbo bar, like 5 inches off the ground, and they asked if he'd be able to clear it. Mansoor then says, let's not jump to conclusions. Madcap, I believe it was, called him Top Flop Dollar. Or it's not like his name is Top Flop Dollar. Some shit. So Flop Dollar is his name now, according to the locker room. Basically everyone was delivering some potty shots to Top Dolla. And Top Dolla was taking it like a champ, to his credit, until Ricochet started talking that shit. Top Dolla said enough, shoved Ricochet, and then everybody tried to break him up. I didn't actually mind that. I like how they actually utilized that in the storyline. You know, like, we're not going to act like it didn't happen. You can use that to show some humility and humbleness in Top Dolla, and that's what they did when he was just like, whatever, dude, you can make fun of me, whatever. And then Ricochet, for some reason, maybe they thought they were real boys, and like, dude, you're really going to do that? So he shoves Ricochet. I like the whole thing, man, to be honest with you. So I like how they can poke fun at that, even though that was actually a dire situation. That could have been a lot worse than it was. And Top Dolla does not need to do that. That's really cool. He's really proud of the weight that he lost, by the way. He's always talking about how much weight that he lost, and that's so cool. And maybe he thinks he can be doing that, but I don't think he needs to be doing that, man. There's no need for that. Just to get a pop from the crowd for a couple of seconds. So I like that. There was a solid segment next between Gunther and Braun Strowman to set up their IC title match in 2 weeks. I thought it was going to be for the Rumble, but just like Vince McMahon, 3H's cannot be bothered to put his mid-card title on a pay-per-view. So we're going to try to pop a rating in 2 weeks, and we're going to do Braun Strowman and Gunther. Imperium just destroys Strowman. Now, Ricochet hits the ring with a steel chair, and this fucking guy swings the chair at Gunther's dome piece. Completely busted his dome piece up, guys. Completely busted his dome. Why? Gunther took a while. I understand, guys, by the way. Gunther could have fucking sped it up a little bit, right? It looks like your fucking grandmother in one of those little fucking speedster wheelchair. What do you call those things? The little scooters that you can shop with when you're older. Right, and they're about to check out, and it takes them 10 years, right? Gunther looked like an old lady in a shopping scooter. I get it. It could have been a little faster. But why is Ricochet just hauling off on this chair at the dude's head? Like, Ricochet came off like a complete fucking idiot. Like he's been in the back eating fucking triple-layered moose cake at catering, tapped into his fucking little man syndrome, came running down with a fucking full head of steam, tapped into his fucking Mighty Mouse energy, and swung for the fences. And I knew Gunther was fucked up. X goes up, black gloves on all of the referees, 3 different referees putting on their black gloves. Gunther was not even moving. He was already on his knee, and he was just not moving. I felt so bad for Gunther. You cannot swing a chair like that, bro. You can't. You can do all the flips and dives that you want, but you cannot do that. So much pent-up energy in this guy. He's probably happy he's getting a minute of TV time. But you choose then to tap into your fucking Mighty Mouse powers? Not happy about that. I saw that coming from a mile away. The guy was coming with too much steam, and Gunther thought he was just supposed to get out of the ring. He didn't think that this guy was going to fucking haul off. Horrible, horrible botch. And we honestly hope that Gunther is okay. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a concussion with the split head. I mean, he's definitely gashed. We just hope that it's not a severe concussion. And sometimes people never come back from a concussion. Sometimes they have problems with it the rest of their time. Adam Cole is one of those going through that right now. I mean, there's other smaller injuries, but sometimes concussions will just take you. You can't. I mean, it would be a shame if Gunther's career was to end like that. You can't totally blame Ricochet. I understand accidents happen. This dude thought this was supposed to happen, and this dude thought X was supposed to happen. You still can't swing a chair like that, man. You have to learn where that thing is going and where your opponent or the guy you're swinging at, where he is and what is his momentum. Gunther was clearly not moving at any rate of speed. He was out of the ring, and he thought that was it. Iman says, nah, you can blame Ricochet. I kind of don't blame you, brother. I know. I blame him more, just like Ridge Holland, right? Mistakes happen, accidents happen, I understand. But Ridge Holland was so green, and people said it was just an accident what happened to Big E, but no, it wasn't. I told you guys all the time, go back and look what he did to Johnny Gargano. Almost broke his neck on a fucking flip like that. Johnny Gargano should have never been in that position. Big E should have, Ridge Holland had to learn. And Ridge Holland, to his credit, has done a lot in his own effort to get better. Is he one of the best right now on the roster? Not even close. But at least Ridge Holland is attempting to get better. You can only ask for that. But that was absolutely the fault of Ridge Holland, man. I mean, if this was only one time, okay. But I just gave you guys examples of Ridge Holland doing this before in NXT. Deshaun. That's the first thing I thought about, man. Ricochet's flying, man. Gunther can't move at that speed. It's like he just came storming down, man. It's either little man syndrome or it's fucking Mighty Mouse energy. But he was swinging. And Gunther didn't deserve that. Anyway, we just hope that Gunther is going to be okay and can return to action soon. He's currently being advertised for the SmackDown title match in 2 weeks against Strowman. This might have just take him out of that match. Other than that, I didn't mind this at all, man. Braun and Gunther could be a really good match, believe it or not. You could tell a story with them, and it's very believable that would be a physical badass contest. If anybody's splitting his dome piece open, it should be Braun in the match, not little Ricochet. So I just hope that they can even have a match down the road, but I didn't mind this at all. Imperium beating the fuck out of Braun should have been the end of it. I don't even know why Ricochet was down there. Because this is all they fall back on. Now you're just going to see them like they're a pair. They're a unit now. Ricochet is basically Nicholas. Remember his tag partner, Nicholas? Braun Strowman? Braun and Ricochet are going to be tied at the hip now. There was no reason for Ricochet to go down there. This segment should have ended with Imperium beating the fuck out of Braun 3-on-1. There was no reason to make them run away afterwards. It's 50-50 creative writing. It's not creative. It's not good booking. But I didn't mind the segment as well, at all. Make sure I'm going over everything here, man. I think, did that take us over to the main event? Yes, it did. Kevin Owens and John Cena versus the Bloodlines, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Brah, damn! This, I'm telling you right now, on paper, this did not impress BC. I knew what this, I told you guys for several videos. For several videos, I said this is just a ratings pop, right? It's a quick, like a cash grab. It's a ratings grab. John Cena's not going to be able to do anything because he's got so many movies and projects. So he's only going to do slight shit. It's going to be Kevin Owens who has to bear the weight for his team. And Kevin Owens can only bear so much weight because he's got a bum knee. He's had a bum knee since before War Games. Then War Games, he limped into War Games, completed War Games. He's been wrestling and competing with 1.5 leg, basically. And he had to carry Cena because Cena couldn't do a lot. So I knew this was a bullshit ratings popper. But I was like, all right, let's see what they give us. On paper, this did not impress BC, and I had zero expectation for this main event tag match. But, huge but, to say that this didn't have an electric big fight feel from the jump, that would just be a bold-faced lie. Man, when Cena was out there and he's fucking doing his thing, crowd's into it, and Roman fucking reigns in the Bloodline. Guys, when they hit that pose, they are larger than life. It seems like they're the biggest thing in pro wrestling. You don't even have to like Roman. I know there's some AMP unit members, man. Some maybe even gold card members in my chat, my unit, who don't like Roman. They're not going to give him an ounce of fucking respect. Okay, I get it. But to say that this guy isn't on top of the wrestling world, or at least with maybe one or two other individuals, that's a bull-faced lie. When they are at the top of the ramp and they put up the fucking ones and Roman hoists up them championships and Paul Heyman stares in awe and Sami Zayn goes ballistic, they're so larger than life, man. And they stick it! They stick the pose! They stick that shit, man. It's not quick for 10 seconds. That's what she said. They stick it, man. It seems like a whole fucking minute. And they just hold the pose. And it's magical, bro. It's magical. It reminds me of a guy named Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Back in the day, he would just do these weird things with his head. You know, Ricky Starks tries to emulate that today. But Rock would do all these fucking mechanisms with his fucking head like he's a fucking robot, not like Charlie. And he would hold those poses. He would hold the pose, man, and the crowd would just feed right into it. It was great. Roman Reigns is just, I mean, it's fucking, look at all those ones up in the chat. Dude, I agree with you. Roman Reigns is just incredible, man. And you already had Johnny Cena in there, man. Jonathan Cena's in there already. Kevin Owens is no schlum. Sammy's no schlum. But to see Roman in the entire Bloodline just hold that pose like we are the fucking wrestling world. You will wait for us. I don't care if there's 10 minutes left on Fox. I will start walking when I fucking want to start walking. Roman Reigns and John Cena sharing the same ring again. I gotta admit, on paper, I was not excited. I had no expectations. But at the beginning of this match, it did. It was an electric big fight feel. It just was. But the match itself was exactly what BC told you it was going to be. Cena had very limited interaction at all. There was obviously a no bump policy for Cena. I don't think he bumped at all. He got taken out on the outside. Roman went out, and they only trusted Roman to do that. Take out his feet. He hit the canvas, throws him into the barricade a little bit, but no true bump. In this match, and it was all Kevin Owens to carry the weight, and he was just wrecked, man. Guys, I don't know what was up with Zayn and Owens, if they had a little bit of beef beforehand, or if it was just a miscommunication. Owens punched Zayn square in the face and busted his nose up. We hope that Sami Zayn is okay. By the end of the match, he was just gushing blood from his nose. And the receipt came later. Zayn popped Owens and busted his left eye up. So they were beating the fuck out of each other for real in this match. I don't know what the reasoning was. I don't know if Zayn was just pissed off because of the miscommunication and Owens popped him. Maybe Owens was pissed because he thought Zayn should have done something. But they were really beating the fuck out of each other, man. So it's sad to see friends like really start to haul off, but they were bleeding pretty fucking badly. Cena brings a special aura. Even though he was limited, it's a special presence. Roman Reigns is completely next level. So the feeling was still there throughout the match, even though the match was, mid for the most part. Yeah, Owens and Zayn start the match. They start literally throwing haymakers at one another, and Owens later would be bloodied up over his left eye over what happened to Zayn. Owens picks up the ultimate W over Zayn, guys. That's how the match ended. Like I said, Cena's interaction was so limited. Did you guys hear how fucking referee Jess, who I love, she's one of my favorite referees today. John Cena's known for this. Calling out their spots and not even trying to hide it. John Cena made a whole career out of this. John Cena was calling every spot out before he got the tag. And I don't know what my favorite referee was doing, referee Jessica Carr. She's awesome. She just stunned Sami Zayn at a live event a couple of nights ago. After the live stream, you guys got to catch this, man. Jessica Carr stunned Sami Zayn. She starts yelling out everything that Cena is saying and then giving out the time cues. Now, I don't know if it was that loud in the arena solely or the piped-in noise, because the piped-in noise was nonstop throughout the night. I don't know if that was fucking with them to the point where they thought we couldn't hear it. But Cena is yelling to Roman, hold, stay. Jess Carr starts yelling, stay, don't move. Cena goes, get up to Kevin Owens. Referee Jess, get up. And then Cena goes, now tag. Referee Jess, tag. There's the fucking tag. Referee Jess then starts yelling out, 120, meaning 80 seconds left in the show. I looked at the fucking watch. On the East Coast, it ends at 9:58 p.m. Eastern time. Sure enough, 80 seconds away. Then she looks at Cena and everybody, 1 minute, 60 seconds. Yelling it, guys. 60 seconds, 30 seconds. Go home. You hear it all. Go home means end the show, by the way. Go home. And then we fade to black. I'm like, what are you guys doing, man? Don't stop that shit. Even referee Jess, I don't know what she was thinking. John Cena's used to that shit. He made a whole career out of that. But did anybody else hear that, or was that just bad? I mean, I watch differently. I always say that people, wrestling fans watch pro wrestling. BC, since I was a young kid, I study wrestling. That's what makes me, I feel, the best critic you're going to come across. I've always studied wrestling. I'm always like looking for those type of things anyway, just subconsciously. But I'm sure if you guys go back and watch, you're going to hear exactly what I'm referring to, guys. It was just very, very loud. Cena yelling at Roman to do what he wanted. Cena called everything at the end. And referee Jess is yelling to them like they can't hear Cena. The whole world can hear Cena. Anyway, BC had to talk about that, man. Ultimately, Owens defeats Zayn. And everyone's just bleeding, man. Owens looks like he's been through a war. Owens looked more battered than when he went through War Games. Zayn is on the outside, gushing blood from his nose. Roman looks like he went through a fucking battle. Cena's happier than a pig in shit to be back. And we faded to black. Now, I understand. A lot of people just thought the match was so mid. It was anticlimactic. It was all stupid. I knew that Cena wasn't going to be that involved. This is exactly what I expected. I had no expectations, but this is what I thought would happen. Guys, I think there's a bigger picture here for anybody that's just thinking this is all bullshit. Owens pinning Zayn. This is big in the storyline. I promise you guys, this is going to lead to Roman Reigns having a reason to now question Sami Zayn even more. And I already know that Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, they're planning something. They already know that they're going to have to do away with Zayn. This is going to be one of those cherries on top that makes their decision even easier. So what I'm saying, guys, is I know that people don't think that Zayn should have lost, or the match was so bad that the ending doesn't even matter. But no, don't lose sight of the focal point here. This is going to help this storyline, man. Zayn losing when he talked all that shit last week. Zayn stood in front of Roman. Roman could look at that as disrespect and started talking about what they were going to do to Cena and Owens, and he dropped the fucking match. I'm telling you guys, man, this is going to help the storyline. The John Cena thing was just a ratings grab. No harm, no foul. I thought SmackDown was actually pretty fucking good last night with one of the worst decision-making, booking decisions of all time. And it's the same one we've been seeing with Charlie. And if you want Charlie to return last night, that could have helped the program. Okay, I'm okay with that. But to do what you did, the same shit we've been seeing for 7 years, that's why A lot of people are saying the SmackDown was fucking, it just went south. It was a bad SmackDown. It was horrible. It's because that taints the show. The show was pretty fucking good. It just tainted the show. If you take out the fucking Charlie thing, I didn't mind this show at all. I thought this was a pretty fucking good way to end the year. Gave us some fucking hope. And, you know, 3 H's in VKM, they giveth and they taketh away, right? And unfortunately, people aren't even talking about John Cena's fucking victory last night with Owens. They're talking about how fucking bald he got. Leave the man alone. He's in his 40s now, isn't he? I think Cena's in his 40s, and he's always wearing the baseball hat, you know. It sucks because he's in Hollywood. He's going to need that hair, right? Like, in the future, BC's not going to have to worry because I've been shaving my dome piece since I was a kid. Sometimes I grow it out in the winter, but I've always shaved my dome piece. So in the future, I'm okay, man. I shave my shit anyway. I can always sport the bald look. But for John Cena, he's Hollywood, bro. So that bald spot is going to, he's going to have to do the hair club for men or something. I don't know. But you guys were doing John Cena dirty, bro. Is he 45 already? Strict Tango, is he really 45 years old? Oh, he is 45. Okay, so yeah, all right. So, all right. Damn, 45. John, I knew he was in his 40s. I didn't think he was 45. Damn. All right, well, anyway. Everybody fucking coming down on poor Johnny's hair. Guys, that's the review. Much love, respect. Nearly 500 on the chat on 15 minutes notice on a Saturday morning / afternoon. And to have 500 live, and I know we're going to be in the thousands within the next, 48 hours, 24 hours. We'll be in the thousands. We're about to hit 400 on the up, bro. Let's do that so we can hit 500 live. Let's hit 400, dog. Let's do that shit. So we're about to hit 400 live. I appreciate that, guys. And then we'll be on our way to 500 on the up. So this has just been an electric live stream. I'm glad I did this live with you guys because I really wanted to get your guys' input and really shoot the shit. Make sure that it's not just BC who fucking just is baffled by some of this shit. And as I said, I actually liked SmackDown last night. Thought it was a good show. Minus one of the biggest booking botches ever, of course. Over 400. You know what we got to do now? 500. Let's rock it. Let's do it before we even get to the fucking the post-live crowd. And I'm not taking off yet either, by the way, guys. Thank you for joining me for the review and the cold open and all that. If you guys want to stick around, though, I'm going to shoot the shit with my super chatters and my gold card members, man. I want to give a shout out. So give me 1 second, guys. And I would like to, on the bigger screen, if I can get this up, my supers. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. Hold on, guys. Dante Jaron 23 kicked us off with a $1.99 tip on the channel. Dante Jaron 23 is also a gold card member. Salute, dude. Appreciate that. Charlotte must have dirt on everyone in WWE. I don't have a clue what she has. I don't know why they see the world in her other than she's a Flair with some talent, no doubt. I don't know Dante Jaron 23, but this is not it, dude. This is not it. And I only say this because we have 7 years of facts to back it up. 7 years of metrics. 7 years of statistics. We know this shit, bro. Dante Jaron 23. I don't know. Maybe she does, though, Dante. Who knows, bro? Thank you for your gold card membership as well, man. Jane Donnelly, gold card up in this bitch. All my gold carders are not just gold carders, man. They're throwing BC a coffee tip, too, man. I'm seeing fucking Jane Donnelly, Kim T, DeMonte, Ashley. Jane Donnelly with that $8.99 says, what up, BC, and the amp unit? Can't stick around for the entire stream because I'm working. Just stopped in to show the love and drop kick the like button. We'll catch the vid later. Hope everyone has a happy new year. Jane Donnelly, appreciate that, man. Even at work, Jane Donnelly paused, stopped his work, and made sure that he tuned in to say, what up, BC? Smash the up and show the love. That is what I mean when I say a tried and true amplified unit member. Jane Donnelly, much love and respect. And to go along with what Jane Donnelly said to my entire unit, not just gold card members, my entire chat right now, Anybody that's been with BC 4 weeks and more, up in the chat, I want to wish you guys, I haven't had a chance to do this, man, because today is New Year's Eve in the States anyway. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat right now. Happy New Year, guys. Before I forget, Jane Donnelly, appreciate that. Kim T, $4.99. Kim T, what up? Charlie gets the title back, and people still wonder why Naomi left. Naomi would always bring in interest for her returns, but never got a title for it. Kim T, I hope you heard my cold open, and the second time when I went over the review itself, I hope you heard all of that when I talked about the Charlotte situation, because I absolutely could not agree more with the Naomi situation, and I'm befuddled that Naomi had never gotten that chance in her career. She never did. 14 titles to 2, but there's no agenda. How are you telling me Naomi is not marketable, but Charlotte is? Stop. Because Naomi isn't tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed? Naomi deserves the fucking world at least a chance. She was never given that, not even with the 2 title reigns that she got. Kim T, you know this. I know this. Chat, absolutely, man. Happy New Year to all of you guys. And I know a lot of you guys are in different parts of the world, so maybe you guys are already celebrating. I know I think it's Taiwan or China, maybe one of the two. I don't know if it's the entire fucking country. I don't know, but Taiwan definitely is like 13 hours ahead, I think it is. So they already celebrated. It was so cool to see pictures of a lot of the world is already celebrating New Year. You know, sometimes we're in our own country and that's all we think there is. But just because a lot of us are in the U.S., for instance, that doesn't mean the New Year is not already here. JR9 is over in Scotland. It's 7 p.m., so about 5 hours-ish away, JR9. You guys are going to be fucking ringing in that New Year, man. Wisdom! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Happy New Year to all you guys, man. Honestly. Jane Donnelly, Kim T, Dante Jaron 23. Appreciate that big time. Dublin, Ireland, 7 p.m. Strict Tango. DeMonte Mabry, $4.99. I just don't get why 3 H's and Vince McMahon keep putting titles on Charlie Flair. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's getting redundant at this point. You know what's sad, DeMonte? First of all, I agree wholeheartedly. You know that as a tried and true and a gold card member. You've heard me rant on this time and time again, left and right, like a broken record. But the sad part, DeMonte, is it's not getting redundant. It's been redundant. It's led to nothing. We know what happens next. We know the results of what leads to another Charlie title run. And yet we keep doing the same fucking thing over and over and expecting a different result. DeMonte, you know the facts. You know the truth. Salute DeMonte Mabry. Ashley Steggles with a double-decker 179. Same old shit. Another reign for Charlie Flair. Please, sir, can I not have some more Charlie Flair? Ashley Steggles doing the old-school Oliver twist. A slight re-edition by Ashley Steggles. Please, sir, may we not have some more? No, we don't want any of that bullshit stew. Ashley Steggles, I appreciate that, man. Strict Tango, 2-spot. TK should push homegrown talent more for growth. It looks like at times he does with like Wardlow and shit, and then all of a sudden he's like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to play with my new human action figures. And then he'll start pushing like fucking, I don't know, the Darius brothers, Top Flight, or fucking, what the fuck is dude's name? Daniel Garcia. You know, so he's got no problem pushing homegrown talent. Hook. You know, but it's just like once they get to a next level, he doesn't know what to do with them, or he just goes to a new toy. So odd how Tony Khan does his business, man. So yeah, Strict Tango, I agree with you, but it's even deeper than just pushing homegrown talent, because to believe it or not, Tony Khan does that. Just doesn't do it correctly. Or he does it correctly, and then he totally sabotages his own shit. Strict Tango, salute. Deshaun Sanders, 5-spot. Man, last night was so good until, woo! She's a queen, Baisley! She's a queen! Last night was so good until, woo! Showed up. Shake my dreads. I love that. Deshaun Sanders, shake my dreads. Deshaun, I know, I actually said many times, I actually enjoyed SmackDown last night. It's just that Charlie shit is for the fucking birds, bro. It's not even about being angry about the decision. It's befuddling that they can think that this is any fucking good. Deshaun Sanders, so good seeing you up in here. PB, Scylla Pride, $4.99. If the boring as hell Charlotte has to take a title, I would rather have her beat Ronda and not Bianca. Oh, PB Silverpride, I totally agreed with the Bianca shit. PB Silverpride, 1,000,000,000%. I was so glad that it's not Charlotte showing up to the red brand, which was being discussed heavily, we were told. That's what we heard. Reputable sources even backed BC up on that. They were contemplating sending Charlie to the red brand to take the title from Bianca. Could you imagine if it was done like this in 1 minute? Bianca had to do that with Becky last year at SummerSlam. Do not do Bianca dirty and filthy like that. So on one hand, I'm happy as fuck this wasn't Bianca, but you still can't do that. You know that, PB Silverpride. Even if you're a Charlotte fan, not you specifically, PB Silverpride, but anybody, even a Charlotte fan, I would hope would know that this is not the way to conduct business. It's just repeating the same redundancy that we've seen for 7 years. If you want to get her over and make a connection with all of the fans, do it properly. Put her in a situation that has nothing to even do with the title. There's a crazy concept. She's been gone for 7 months. It's realistic that she would come back and not sniff a title for a while. It's realistic. But no, we're playing the same fucking agenda. So PB Silverpride, I agree. But this is still not the way to conduct the business. PB Silverpride, salute. Network guy Dave with a 10-spot tip to BC. A couple of Starbuckses or 3 to 4 Dunkins. Network guy Dave. And by the way, I haven't seen Network guy Dave in a minute. Hot minute. So it's so good to see you up in here. Hopefully you're still up in here, Network guy Dave. What up, BC? It's been a while. Yes, it has. Now how have you been? I'm rocking out, man. We're about to go into 2023 amplified as fuck. Clearly, as you can tell, Network guy Dave. Vince and Triple H, 3 H's, and Tony Khan's booking has been terrible. Ratings are tanking because there's no real storylines. Long-term booking, and it's not entertaining. Can I put an exclamation point at the end of all those? Ratings are tanking because there's no real storylines. Exclamation point. No long-term booking. Not satisfying anyway. Exclamation point. And none of it's entertaining. Exclamation point. SmackDown had several things last night that at least was. And then they go up a few feet and then they go back a mile. And it's WWE that sabotages their own fucking product. But across the board, Network guy Dave, I give that an exclamation point. Furthermore, and even more important, so good to see you up in here, Network guy Dave. I know you got a crazy thing called the life. You're working, you're running errands, you're doing your thing. But thank you for stopping by every now and again and showing that love over to the channel in BC. So Network guy Dave, much respect. Salute. Adam Craxton's up in here with a 1999, man. 20 spot. Adam Craxton says, BC, 3 H's basically said, oh, let's fix the first botch with another botch because Ronda shouldn't have took it off of Liv Morgan in the first place. That was the first botch. Charlotte winning is the botch to fix the first botch. Adam Craxton, I read that fucking pristinely, man. That was perfectly worded there, Adam. I totally understand what you're saying, dude, and you're exactly right. And Adam, first of all, salute. Thank you for the tip, man. But can I take it a step further? This is what everybody says. 3 H's is correcting all of Vince's wrongs. Well, 2 wrongs don't make a right. If this is correcting 7 years of Vince's Charlotte Flair booking wrongs, why would 3 H's do the same shit? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Don't feed me bullshit that he's correcting Vince's wrongs. And by the way, I'll take it a step further, because it ain't just 3 H's. VKM is running this shit still with 3 H's. This is what you get when you get the old bastard in Stamford, Connecticut, working at the top with his doofus son-in-law, as Phil CM Punk Brooks once said. And I'm not even a CM Punk fan, by the way, but damn was he correct on that one. He hit that right on the fucking head. We can complain all we want about Phil Brooks. Again, I'm not even a fan. But Philip Brooks hit that on the fucking head. He could not have been more right about the doofus son-in-law taking over. And sadly, the old bastard never even moved out of the way to let him solely take over. And that wouldn't have even been better anyway, by the way. This is what you get when you get fucking both of these fucking yahoos together. Anyway, Adam Craxton, solid, bro. So good to see you up in here. Quincy Gray, I haven't seen in a while either, man. Quincy up in here with that 5-spot coffee. Quincy, what up, dude? Salute to Quincy Gray. 5 spot Charlotte Flair put a Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 9 moment. It was bad back then, and it's bad now. I know. The difference is, I remember that, Quincy Gray. You're talking my language now, man. For those of you that don't know what Quincy Gray is talking about, if I may take a moment to go back to WrestleMania 9, what happened, guys, is Bret Hart got beat by Yokozuna. Bret Hart had the sharpshooter on Yokozuna, and Mr. Fuji, who was his manager, took the salt from the stash that he had, put the Samoan salt into the eyes of Bret Hart while the sharpshooter was put on. He's basically blinded. Then he gets the fucking belly to belly, and he gets crushed by Yokozuna. Yokozuna wins the championship or retains it, whatever. I think maybe he won it. Gets the championship from Bret Hart. After the match, Hulk Hogan hits the ring to save Bret Hart. And Mr. Fuji starts yelling, you want a Hulk Hogan right now? And Hulk's like, me? You want me to win the... No. I'm friends with Bret. I couldn't do that. And Bret, blinded, is going, go back. Go back to the ring, Hulk. And Hulk's like, me? And Bret's like, yes. And Hulk goes back to the ring. Boom, boom, sends him to the rope. Big boot. Crowd's electric in Las Vegas. It was a toga party, guys. It was the weirdest crowd ever. It was an outside Las Vegas crowd. It was a funny setup. Bobby, everybody's in a gorilla. Everybody's in Jim Ross. I think that was his debut. They're all in fucking togans. Is that what you call them? Toboggans? Whatever the fuck. Togans. A toboggan is what you fly down a fucking a snowy hill with, isn't it? Anyway, Hogan delivers the leg drop. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Hulk Hogan wins the championship. Anyway, guys, that was what Quincy Gray is talking about. Yes, Triple J82. That was Caesar's Palace. Yep. So Quincy Gray, thanks for taking BC back to memory lane. The only difference with that is everyone loved Hulk Hogan, or most people, especially back then. Charlie doing this, yeah, a little different than Hulkamania. But yeah, man, was those were the days. Dave Mealy, $4.99. Here's more hard stats by Dave Mealy. Charlie had 13 championship reigns. How many of them are memorable? None. Absolutely zero. Dave, I'll answer for myself, and I agree wholeheartedly. I don't remember any of them. I don't remember any Charlotte Flair title reign. How sad is that? And I remember reigns. I was just telling you guys how I feel bad that AJ Styles has an ankle injury. I hope the best for him, and I hope when he comes back, if there's ever a reset, it's for Styles. Because I want to see main event Styles back. I still feel he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, and AJ Styles can offer so much more to the main event scene and to wrestling. And Vince McMahon and Triple H just utilize him in the worst of ways these years. These years, not just these days. And I was just telling you guys, I remember AJ Styles' world title reign. I remember title reigns. I cannot remember one of Charlie's. You're exactly correct, Dave. Never even thought of it that way either. Salute. WWE AEW Marvel fan with a 10 spot. Raquel and Ronda was done filthy last night. I felt bad for them. It was done so illogical and recklessly. I am sick and tired of seeing the same Charlotte Flair booking over and over, and I'm a fan, by the way. So WWE AEW Marvel fan is saying he's a fan of Charlotte. A fan, and even he has had enough. First of all, WWE AEW Marvel fan, first thing is thank you for the salute. Thank you for the coffees, man. Thank you for the tipping the channel. And just being here always and being one of my tried and trues. That's first. But secondly, WWE AEW Marvel fan, thank you for being a fan of Charlotte and just being honest. Putting your fandom aside, instead of being like everybody, the queen won, everybody. Hate all you want, be jealous. The queen is back, bow down to the queen, woo! Instead of doing that, you put your fandom aside, and you're like, bro, this is not going to lead to anything. This is so redundant. This doesn't help the division. This actually ruins people. WWE AEW Marvel fan, thank you for being a real fan and noticing what is helping and hurting the business, what is good, what is not, what is best, what is wrong. Thank you for that. Prime Killer 2 spot. Prime Killer says, who will get the title off of Charlie? Prime Killer, do you mind if I take that to the chat? Chat, who takes it off of Charlie at, I'm guessing, Mania. But then again, watch 3 H's and VKM have her win at Mania and fucking maybe bury somebody else that was supposedly supposed to be made because of Charlie. But who takes it from her, man? Rhea Ripley looks to be taking the title off of Bianca. So if Rhea's taking it off of Bianca, who the hell... I would love it if it's Naomi, dude. And you know how I would do it? Naomi comes back as a fucking diabolical heel, guys. Diabolical heel. She enters the bloodline. And I don't care, but she's not blood, BZ. Doesn't make sense. Sami Zayn's not blood, and they have an awesome storyline. And by the way, she's fucking married to Jimmy Uso. So, okay, it's not a direct bloodline per se, but it's a family bond line. And I have her fucking just absolutely come back as the best version ever so that nobody can deny Naomi's talents. Nobody can deny how marketable she is and how badass. And with the bloodline, they absolutely destroy every aspect of Charlie until you get to Mania. Naomi gets it, man. I would love that. So some of you guys said Naomi. Like Keyshawn, and some people are saying Raquel. But guys, Raquel looked like a fucking idiot last night. She loses after 17 minutes. And in 1 minute, somebody who's been gone for 7 months just rolls up Ronda. And Ronda gets beat. You could say, oh, Ronda had a 17-minute match. She was exhausted. You could say Raquel had that arm injury. It doesn't matter, man. She looks like an idiot when Charlie just comes back, doesn't even break a sweat. And now all of a sudden we got to see in several months Raquel get the title fucking back from the same person that embarrassed her. I don't know if that goes. Asuka, Rachel. Rachel, I would love it to be Asuka. You're going to have to find a way to get her over to SmackDown, which means she would have to win the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't be opposed to Asuka doing that. You just have to do it pristinely. But Rachel, my one request would be bring her in as Kana. Immediately. I loved Asuka, but I think it's time. You know, we talk about resets all the time. Well, let's have some real good ones. We need to see Kana. We need a little bit different aspect, and we need her to go old school diabolical Kana. So I'm not opposed to that, Rachel. I don't want to see it Asuka. I want to see it as Kana. So I wouldn't be, that would be cool. Iman says Mandy Rose. Could you imagine if they brought Mandy back? Rumble, wins the Rumble, takes on Charlie, takes the title. Oh, fuck, bro. Damn. Yeah, pile driver finisher, and I totally agree. You can say the same about Charlotte, right? People think we just bash Ashley Flair or the person behind Raquel. No, it's the booking. The booking sucks. You know, Ashley Flair can be a beautiful individual. We want her to have a great fuck. She had a great year touring with fucking her husband around the world, having a vacation with Andrade. Much love and respect to Raquel. But when you book somebody so poorly, of course they're going to get bashed by the majority of the community because it's befuddling. It's stuff that needs to be fixed. We're not just like bashing the human being behind the character, man. We're bashing the booking. Sometimes the person actually is just not a good wrestler, and we have to talk about that, like a Nia Jax or something. That just has to be discussed. It's a wrestling review show, you know? I don't know why people get so fucking hurt when we have to break this shit down. This is what we discuss on this channel. Wrestling for over 2 hours, and for over 5 years we've been doing it on this fucking channel, man. Anyway, Prime Killer, there's your answer, man. A lot of good responses up in my chat. Thank you, Prime Killer. Jamal Straken, $4.99 says, BC, when Charlotte won, I turned my TV off and walked out of the house. Now I'm scared they might try to unify the women's titles and give it to Charlie. Could you imagine if they try to do Bianca Charlie Mania unification? And somehow, I guess, you would utilize the Royal Rumble winner. Is it a triple threat? I hope they do not do that. And if they do, I hope it is not Bianca, who still ends up falling to Charlie Flair. Jamal, I don't even want to talk about that, bro, because I don't even want to think about it. Somebody said Brandy Rhodes in the chat. Remember, imagine if Brandy Rhodes comes into the fucking Rumble and wins it. On the same night, Cody Rhodes enters the Rumble and Cody Rhodes wins it. I don't know how BC's review would be the next night. I hope to do a live review, guys. A live Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on Royal Rumble night. That's in a couple what is that? Saturday night, maybe the 28th. Jamal Straken, appreciate it. PB Celebrate, $4.99 says Roman Reigns used to be a part of the problem like Charlotte until he turned heel. Exactly. Round of applause, PB Celebrate. That's a great point. We used to... Did you guys hear me praise Roman Reigns earlier? I'm literally saying he's on top of the wrestling world. with guys like Bray Wyatt. MJF should be utilized much better than he was Wednesday. MJF is in a skybox. That's the best you got to sell us on a Bryan Danielson MJF match? No, you could do better than that. But Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, MJF, they make me believe in what they're saying, what they are doing, the stories they're in. Roman's at the top of that list as well. And for nearly 5 years that I've had the Channel Plus, I was telling you about how redundant Roman Reigns is, how pathetic it is that when he gets on the fucking TV, I honestly get nauseous. He's shoved down our fucking throats. There has to be a change. And they did it. And it worked. And they stuck with it. And Roman started believing his own shit, his own hype. They built the fucking bloodline around him. And here we are. Roman Reigns is fucking phenomenal. That's all I'm asking. I never fucking bashed Joe Anoa'i. We bashed Roman Reigns in the booking. Same thing with Ashley Flair. Nobody's bashing Ashley or bashing Charlotte Flair's booking. I hope people know the difference, man. I hope. But these days, people want to hear what they want to hear, right? They hear what they want to hear, and that's just it. If you don't love it, if you disagree with me, and fuck you, man. It's not about disagreeing. You can like what you want to like. You can disagree with BC. You can disagree with anybody. But when you're totally just not even accepting facts, like the last 7 years, there's nothing more we can say, man. Anyway, PB Silla Pride, perfect example. Nick Sola T, 2-spot with that emoji. I see that, man. Super sticker. Nick Sola T, appreciate that. Much love and respect. Appreciate the coffee. PB Silla Pride is back with a $4.99. Says funny how Cena was constantly accused of burying people. Charlotte might have obliterated the more people than Cena. Yeah, and PB Silla Pride, some of those names, it was justified, though. Some people actually did. Like, Cena doesn't even make it a point to try to deny it. And a lot of those people have, like, vivid stories. Like Alex Riley. He's just one of many. So, unfortunately, there was a Cena golden shovel. But it is what it is. I don't even want to rehash that. But Charlotte, yeah, whether willingly or unwillingly, subconsciously or consciously, Charlotte Flair's character absolutely destroyed a lot of the women's division for 7 years plus. PB Silver Pride, no question. Quincy Gray, 5-spot. And Triple H and Vince McMahon and Tony Khan wonder why the wrestling business is in the toilet. I call it on life support. It's decisions like we just saw last night, Quincy Gray, no fucking question. Allison Tuckwab with a $49.99, a 50-spot banger, and she's already had a couple during the last live stream. Unit, I know you already did it earlier, but anybody still up in the chat, the 100 of you, can you show Allison that love, man? Put up the banger bombs, because that's a 50 spot. That's a lot of coffee to stay amplified going into 2023. So if you guys don't mind, man, put up those banger bombs. Jer9, I appreciate that, man. Christopher Blackshear, also gold card status, man. I appreciate that. Anthony Bowley, Strict Tango, Jacqueline. Yeah, Allison, you're right, man. She's trying to catch up to her pops with the fucking titles, and she's about there. What is it, 16? Boom, she'll be there by 2023. Rachel S. Rachel, appreciate it. Much love, Rachel. Ashley, Saeed Parker, Carlos Ray. DeMonte, Tony Partita, James, Shrimp Fajitas, Pile Driver, Clutch City Fan, Network Guy Dave still up in this bitch, WWE AEW Marvel Fan, DJ is a Prodigy, Jacqueline Robinson, Strict Tango, Alexi, Renee G, Nick Sola T, Monte Mabry, Temby Davis. I appreciate that, everybody, man. Ikea Haywood. That's all for you, Allison. I appreciate the coffees. I really do, man. That's another level of love and respect. Just like I say to my gold card members, it's another level of love and respect. Just like those. Maybe you're not even subscribed. You don't even fucking comment. Maybe you're just ninja watching because you love BC's content. Or you say you hate BC, but you still always love my content. I don't know. But even if you just smash that up, I want to show that love and respect because we're about to hit 450 live, guys, which will catapult us to 500. So I appreciate everybody that took a moment to smash that up. Easy does it. Thank you, brother. Tearing Dawn, Derek Fleming Jr., Kaya, Brandon, McCrae. Fuck yeah, dude. You guys rock, man. G Glover, you know it. So, Allison, I see that super sticker. I see that 50 banger bomb, man. Thank you for all the coffees. Thanks for being fucking an awesome member, man. Allison, I see you up in the chat. Happy New Year to you, and thank you for the Green Bay Packer hearts, man. The Green Bay Packer colors. Fuck yeah. Allison, Rockstar MVP status. Ashley Steggles, 449, says, what are you on, BC? You got me over here laughing my dome piece off. Is that when I was going over the Charlie Flair fucking super fandom people? After she won that title, man, the Charlie Flair super fans just went off their rocker. The Queen is back! She's back, Boysley! She's back! The Queen! Hate all you want, but you're gonna bow down to the Queen! Hashtag woo! Glad I can make you laugh, Ashley. Hey, man, I'm here for entertainment purposes. You'll be surprised how many people. 5+ years doing this, you'd be surprised how many people are like, wow, BC's a maniac, man. He takes this so seriously. Could it be that you're on a YouTube platform to be entertained? Could it be I'm actually entertaining my audience? You honestly think I'm going into Starbucks and powerbombing motherfuckers because Charlotte Flair came back and won a title? BC's so angry. It's called being an entertainer. I just wish you would smarten the fuck up and understand that. Is it actually befuddling? All my words are straight up truth, and I'm passionate, and I'm always amplified. So you're never going to get bullshit. But yeah, you click on this motherfucker. If I'm going to keep you guys here for 3 hours, we're already over 2 hours, man. You're going to be entertained, bro. TKG, thank you, right? A fun, entertaining maniac. How's that? Are you not? Hey, Carlos Ray. Are you not entertained? Ashley Steggles, man. Glad Ashley Steggles was entertained. JR9, I appreciate that, man. Much love always to my right-hand man up in the chat. JR9 Gaming. Always. PB Sillapride, 499 says Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky were drafted to the main roster July 2015. So yeah, I was right. 7 years. Yep. It's about to be 8 years for Charlotte Flair. And she has not moved the women's direction into the positives at all in the 8 years. That's not shade to Ashley, guys. It's shade to Charlotte Flair's booking and why we keep doing this into now the 8th year of Charlotte Flair. 14 title reigns. Nobody has been made because of Charlotte. Every title reign has been forgettable and led to nothing. And people have actually been ruined and derailed because of Charlotte beating them. Those are facts. Thank you for that date there, PB Sillapride. Eric Newton, 10 spots, says, hey, BC, dealing with the Cove, the 19 right now. Triple H is not doing any better than Vince, and Charlotte only won the women's title because Rousey was that bad. Charlotte did not earn that shot. No doubt. Eric Newton, first of all, thank you for the 10 spot. Thank you for the coffee. Second of all, whoop Cove's ass, man. Whoop the 19's ass. Come back stronger than ever. Number 3, absolutely correct. I agree. As a Ronda Rousey fan, her WWE stint has been horrendous. And it had to come off of her, no question. This was not the way to do it. And I agree. Eric Newton, you're off 7 fucking months. And you come back and win in 1 minute via roll-up just to get a fucking cheap pop? No, bro. Eric Newton, I could not agree more. JR9 Gaming, my main man, 10 spots, says, it's the moment you've been waiting for, BC, my 2022 roll-up stats. 2022, here we go, man. JR9 hits us with the stats at the end of every year. You guys ready? We always talk about the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up pinfall. Shayna Baszler is the queen of getting pinned by the fruit roll-up in less than 2 minutes. Ronda Rousey just got pinned by the stupid fruit roll-up. I cannot stand it. It makes everybody look goofy as fuck. And WWE overuses it. JR9 has the stats. You ready? In 2022 had 79 across 680 matches. 79 finishes were determined by a roll-up out of 680, 12% of the matches, more than 10%, which is a decrease of 56 roll-ups from 2021's 135. Raw had 43, SmackDown had 31, and pay-per-views had 5. JR9, I love it. Thank you for that. And I'm going to have to go back when we're not live anymore so I can really digest those numbers. But JR9, didn't it seem like for a good part of the year, they started to go away from the roll-up, and I think that's why you see the decrease. And then all of a sudden, in the last month, it just seems like they're just back viciously and vividly. Jer9, appreciate that. Yeah, things were less fruity, I guess, in 2022. Again, Jer9, I appreciate that. I love that. I got to catch that again when I can actually consume that, man, and I'm not live. Hold on, Jer9 says, they seem to slow down from June to October. Jer9's the best, man. So he's actually got like the money. That's how it felt to BC too. Like there was a frame where they just did away with it for the most part. June to October seems about right. And then in the last month or two, it was just like, here we go again, man. They can't be bothered with creativity. We're just going to throw fruit roll-ups at them. Jer9, I cannot appreciate that enough, and I'm going to have to go back to those numbers and really consume that shit. Easy does it with a 5 spot. Easy does it back on the channel. Love it. BC, I like Charlotte, but the person makes the title, not the title makes the person. So why not try something new instead and make her heel? Like real, I'm guessing Easy does it means. Like just diabolical, a different route. Triple H sucks. Easy does it. I can tell you that 3H's right now is not that much better than VCAM, but I know they're working together, and I totally agree with you. And this is from another Charlotte Flair fan. Easy does it. Easy does it is a Charlotte Flair fan and is saying this is so redundant to a nauseating level. It's gotta fucking stop. Easy does it. Thank you for being honest, even as a Charlotte fan. I cannot thank you enough because we need more people, especially when you're a fan of something, to call it out. Like when Sasha was with Bayley, as much as we love them together, we know they're best friends and all of that, I didn't think it was the time to have Sasha stuck in a tag team. And I called that shit out every fucking day, and my own Sasha crew was getting pissed. But I had to be honest. So for people that think I just fucking hang on the coattails of Sasha and just praise everything she does, not true. If the booking is bad, you're going to hear about it from BC. Easy does it. Salute. Hard deal with a 10 spot says, when WWE excludes Sasha but pushes Charlotte, you know things are rotten in WWE. Here's a cappuccino for 2023. I also challenge the fans to come up with a new chant instead of the repetitive ones. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Hard Deal. Much love and appreciation over to you. And, yeah, man, I hope you keep fucking rocking. And I absolutely agree. Hard deal. No question about that. Sasha Banks should have gotten this time and time again, and instead it's Charlotte time and time again, and then people wonder why we're befuddled. Jer9 Gaming 10 spots says 47 wrestlers were rolled up. Top Raw stars rolled up. Asuka and Priest 3 times were rolled up. Miz 4 times. Tamina 5 times. Top SmackDown stars that were rolled up. Zayn, Shayna, and Natalya 3 times. Most on pay-per-views was Ronda 2 times. So interesting. And Jer9, I'm going to have to go back to them. Now, are you counting last night's as well, Jer9? One second, man. I got to get I'm about to run out of fucking battery. BC ain't done, man. There's no piss break. I can't even get another coffee. I don't have anymore. I gotta go get I'm gonna recharge this fucking battery and we're gonna stay fucking live. Jer9, answer me if you're talking. Oh, last night. Jer9 already answered. Counted in the next super. Okay, I'll catch that, man. Give me a second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna try to recharge the battery with a little bit of fucking life. Hold up. BC saying fucking salute, man. We ain't fucking out this bitch. Hold the fuck up. Hold it up. Hold up. BC's back up in here, man. The fucking brick wall. You guys loving this shit? It's gone, man, after today. The bricks are done, guys. We got a new set coming in for 2023. New set. Guys, if we lose the stream, I'll answer all the supers in a separate video. I'll have that out in a few hours. There's a chance I might lose the stream, all right? Hold on. I'm at like 2%. All right, hold on, guys. There's a chance I might lose this shit. Wow, I was on 2%, bro. Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? We're still live, I think, on my feed. I was on 2% battery. We were about to totally just end the stream with that. There's some more supers to go, and I'm going to shoot the shit as long as it takes. Jared9, loud and clear. You guys can actually hear me? All right, because I think I reach. If the stream just dies out, if there's still remaining super chats, I'm gonna shout you guys out, answer your supers, and still give my gold card members a shout out. So that'll just be a separate video coming up within the next, I don't know, several hours. So don't worry, man. BC never got to my super. I got you. It's just the fucking battery died out, so I couldn't do it live. All right, thank you guys, man. Thank you. Hopefully this stays up, so I'll try to keep fucking rocking here. JR9, was it last year Shayna was like 15? I know, poor JR9. I'm asking him 1,000 fucking questions here. Shayna went from 15 to 3, but also I think she had a lot less matches as well. And then JR9 with that 10 spot says, so the top stars rolled up overall was Asuka, Priest, Zayn, Shayna. I love how Shayna and Natty are still in it. Shayna was 15 last year, Natty was 8. Are you guys understanding that fucking Shayna Baszler was rolled up 15 times last year? Natty 8 times? So JR9 on this super says the top stars that were rolled up was Asuka, Priest, Zayn, Shayna, Natty, and Ronda. Miz. Oh shit. Okay, Asuka, Priest, Zayn, Shayna, Natty, and Ronda were 2 times. Miz was once. Tamina bonus stat. But Dakota was only Dakota was only person rolled up on both Raw and SmackDown. Poor Dakota is getting rolled up on all the fucking brands. Happy New Year, BC and the unit. JR9, I appreciate the fuck out of you, man. JR9, I appreciate that. And I'm going to have to go back and actually reread all that as well so I can seriously consume it over a coffee while we're not live. So I appreciate that more than you know, JR9. And that is fucking mind-boggling, but it looks a little better than last year at least. And like we talked about, the last 2 months, it just looks like they didn't even give a fuck and they just started rolling everyone up again. JR9, man. I'm actually looking forward to those end of the year statistics, JR. Hard deal. I got the hard deal super. Jacqueline Robinson, 10 spots, is 3 H's in VKM. Don't like wrestlers who get over naturally with the crowd, so they push their favorites even harder, and it just doesn't work. Thank you for the videos, and thank you for the lives. Jacqueline Robinson, you are correct, and allow me to thank you, Jacqueline Robinson. Happy New Year, Jacqueline. Ashley Steggles, 179. Unit the ones. The schmucks are the twos. Ashley! We got to put that on a t-shirt, bro. Ashley Steggles, no question. PB Silipride, 999 says, the year's VKM was shoving Roman down our throats. He probably said to himself, I will continue to shove Roman down their throats, and one day they will like it. How'd I do, PC Silipride? He was right. Well, PB Silipride, he was right because he had no choice but to listen to Roman. He wasn't right at all. Roman made him what he is today. Roman made himself. Vince would have kept doing the same thing. Roman said it in interviews. Roman said, I had to tell Vince, we have to go in a different direction. Sadly, PB Silipride, Vince McMahon did shove Roman Reigns down our throats, and he was wrong the entire time. Thankfully, PB Silipride, Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i, while he was off, said enough. You know, that's all we ever ask for. We want to root for Charlotte one day universally. I don't know people that really just want to bash Ashley and just hate Charlotte's character so much. We want to cheer. We want it to mean something. We want Charlotte Flair to matter to us, not just Charlotte fans. We want to enjoy her booking. We want to enjoy what she's into. They're not giving us a chance to do that. Unless you're a Charlotte fan, this is so bad, man. There was some more coming in, guys. Hold on. You guys are fucking epic on this live stream. 15 minutes of notice on a Saturday morning / afternoon, and you guys are fucking rocking, man. Ron C, 23, 199. What up, BC? I can't lie. Exciting show. Ron C, I say it was probably not a popular statement, but I said several times I actually enjoyed this SmackDown. Minus that huge of epic proportions botch by 3H's and VKM in the middle of the show, which we've talked about to nauseum. Other than that massive botch, I enjoyed this SmackDown. So Ron C23, I hear you, bro. Christopher Blackshear, 499 gold card. WWE hasn't learned their lesson. Flair getting another strap on her first night back. And once again, a face. She's not connecting with the fans. Exactly. But they pulled out all the bells and whistles. Tampa Bay, her first night back, so they know they're going to get the cheap pop right off the bat. They did a quick 1-minute title change, which is going to get more of a pop. People don't even care who's in there. They just know they witnessed a title change live from a returning superstar. They had her going to the crowd to get more of a fucking buzz. They had pyro galore. They pulled out all the bells and whistles. New theme music. She's fucking, she's a face now. I mean, they did it all, man. All the bells and whistles for Charlie. And it's going to lead to the same thing, unfortunately. Christopher Blackshear, no doubt. JB's Productions. What up, JB's Productions? 10 spots says Triple H. 3H is booking Bianca versus Becky at house shows. Babyface versus babyface. I saw a clip from Canada last night. They were booing Belair and chanting Becky. Seems stupid to put your top faces in that scenario. And that's what they do. Thank you for that report, JB's Productions. I did not know that. But I'm not shocked because this is what they do. They don't even care how they're booking these people. They put two faces in there, and they're like, the crowd is going to have to be more favorable to one, and the other one will get shit on. And we'll do that in a tour of house shows, so we parade that around the whole fucking world. Way to fucking build up Bianca and really make her meaningful so that when she does pass the fucking title over, people give a fuck. JB's Productions. I can't even say I'm shocked. Thank you for that report. Colin, 499. Happy New Year's, BC. And to the AMP unit. And my two melon girls is back. Colin loves Charlie for her two queens. I get you. Hey, Colin, Happy New Year's from BC and the unit to you, man. Right back to you. Much love and respect. To Colin. Allison Tuckwab, who's been banger bombing MVP status for the last couple of live streams with a $4.99 coffee, says, I don't know if I told you, but I'm new to the channel on here. Allison, welcome. Allison's coming in fucking dropping banger bombs on the channel. Allison, I appreciate it. Just because you're new doesn't mean you can't make MVP status, let me tell you. Because you're showing you got what it takes to be a fucking valuable amplified unit member, because there's a lot of people that don't make it on this channel. They show up, they go, BC, I like your channel, man. You drop facts. And then you say something they don't agree with, or you're dissing their favorite wrestler, or you're dissing their show. It's okay if you diss WWE, but don't say anything bad about AEW or vice versa. And then they're like, I'm leaving. Lost a sub on that one. I'm not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Nobody's losing sleep over it. If you can't hang with the most badass group in pro wrestling, which is the Amplified unit, you gots to get das Boot. Hit the bricks. Peace, beat, feet, and seat. Anyway, Allison, we love to have you. JR9 Gaming, my right-hand man. 5-spot, forgot to say, I'll provide the list of everyone rolled up as soon as this stream ends in the comments. As I said, JR9, I'm going to go back and study what you already said in the supers, so I'll surely be checking that out in the comments as well. JR9, man, I just appreciate everything you've done for this channel in the past year, especially. When BC has a quick question and I'm live, and I got awesome tried and trues, man. I got Carlos, Ray, I got James Shrimp, I got PB Silk, Ashley, I got so many awesome tried and trues. But JR9 is right there to fucking whip off an answer as soon as I fucking say it. And I can't thank you enough. JR9 Gaming, man. Happy New Year. And I appreciate you, man. Kevin MD. Damn it, 3 H's. I don't know why I did that in the VKM voice. Kevin MD. Because VKM is right there with 3 H's making these horrible decisions. Damn it, 3 H's. Vince, we did this together, man. Damn it, why do you sound like that? Put some bass in your voice. I have a big nose. This is how I talk, Vince. Damn it, your decision-making sucks. You truly are a doofus son-in-law. Oh, yeah? Well, you're a dirty old bastard. I don't know. Kevin MD. No fucking doubt, man. BC's losing it over here, bro. A little more than 3 hours later. Where are we on the ups? Are we headed toward 500? Fucking A, you guys rock, bro. We're headed toward 500 on the ups, man. We're already over 450. You guys rock, man. Let's take it to 500 before we even get to the fucking post-live crowd, which is going to be in the thousands. And they'll take care of 600 plus. Kevin MD. Jack Brewer! 5-spot. Happy New Year, BC. Jack Brewer, my gold card member as well. A lot of you guys are gold card throwing BC a coffee as well. Jack Brewer, Happy New Year to you and the unit. On behalf of the unit, Jack, Happy New Year to you. And all the gold members. So Jack Brewer is also issuing a special Happy New Year from the gold members. So on behalf of BC, the entire AMP unit, especially the gold member card status members, man. Jack Brewer, Happy New Year to you. Been listening to BC since 2020 and still here. Red Team Go! Salute! And Jack Brewer is not just Red Team Go. Jack Brewer is also gold status. I appreciate the last couple of years of you, Jack Brewer, choosing BC to entertain you. I know you have a lot of options, and maybe you watch a few other people as well. But I thank you for stopping by and listening and watching and being entertained by BC. That truly is why I do this, man. It's fun for me. I talk with pro wrestling fans, which is pro wrestling is just what I love. We are zany. We're a little fucking wild or a lot wild. We're amplified. We scare people away. I understand. But man, when people really understand what we're all about and we're for the betterment of pro wrestling, we're trying to take it off of life support. Jack Brewer, it's people like you that make this thing go round. Thank you, dude. Let me see if there's more. You guys totally rock this. Man, Saturday afternoon on 15 minutes of notice, guys. We're about to hit 500 on the ups. We've had hundreds here live throughout the stream. Thousands I know are ready to come in the next 24 hours, man. And it's on 15 minutes of notice. Could you imagine if I gave fucking 12 hours of notice? Ashley Steggles 179. Last stream of 2020, we came to party, baby. Yeah, Ashley, man, it is too. I didn't really think of that. This is the last video of 2020, guys. Can you believe it? The last live stream, as Ashley Steggles said, salute. Got some bubbly over here to salute you guys, man. Salute. Let me get the actual bubbly out so we can say Happy New Year. You know what? I got a couple more supers. Then I'm going to say Happy New Year. I'll wait on the bubbly. Hold on. Ashley Steggles, yeah, man. What a year it's been, man. Our most successful year on the channel easily, and that's not just BC. That's because of you guys. Dino, 2-spot. Dino! Happy New Year's, BC and the AMP unit. Dino, and a little bit of an apology here. BC doesn't even apologize for shit. It's like Bray Wyatt's promo last night. I've done a lot of bad things, and I have no regrets. But Dino, a little bit of an apology to you and a couple of others, man. You didn't make the video I put up last in the gold cards fucking credits. I believe 2 to 3 names were left off, and I think, Dino, you were one of them. So, a little bit of a shaft there, but don't think I don't notice that shit. So, Dino, you're getting an extra shout out right now. Not just for throwing BC a coffee, but for not fucking, for having an editing issue in the last video for the gold card status. Dino, your name wasn't up in there, so much love and respect. Anyway, that's a special shout out. BC remembers this shit. Easy does it. Back to the fucking basics. You got yours, and now I want you to taste. That's old school Easy E, if anybody remembers Easy. Thank you, Dino. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, there was just an editing botch, but that'll be corrected. It was duly noted. Easy does it with a 5-spot coffee. Vince Russo in his podcast said that 3H's always has looked for the approval of the marks as far as his booking and has criticized him for years. Yeah, Easy does it. I always say on this channel, and a lot of people don't like Vince Russo. I totally understand, and I understand what he did with WCW and Impact and all that. But one thing that he has no business to lie about, so I totally believe him, he said that when everybody would stop by to give him ideas, when he was a writer for WWE, the head writer, he said Paul Levesque would never have any ideas. He would just go with whatever he was fucking told. And when he had a problem, he would tell Sean, and Sean would like go to like fucking say something to Vince. And that's what I mean. Paul Levesque doesn't really have a lot of creativity. He had a couple of good years in NXT's Black and Gold, no question. But that was already created by Dusty Rhodes. Much love to Dusty Rhodes and the polka dots up high. But that was already created, and he had a lot of good minds around him. And when real competition came in and those minds started to disperse, Paul Levesque showed you what he was made out of. He could not compete with the Piss Ant T-shirt company is what he called AEW. He couldn't compete. He got rocked. He started losing hardcore. NXT was already not making money, but they started to lose money to the point where Vince had no choice but to fucking restructure the thing. And then he was bedridden. I mean, he got so stressed. He had a heart issue. And I mean, Tony Khan beat the fuck out of this guy. And I was not surprised when Vince Russo said that 3H's just did not have a lot of creativity. And I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing a lot of VKM-isms because I know VKM is right there with him anyway. G. Glover, HBK was absolutely the crutch. He always put that big nose right up everybody with power. He did it in WCW with a Regal when he tagged with him, and he knew he had all the locker room's respect. He did it. He tried with Ric Flair. Ric Flair wouldn't do it. So years later, when he had power, he brought Ric Flair into the fold with Evolution and all that shit. He made Ric Flair hang out with him. He did it with the Clique when he could have hung out with like Bret Hart and shit, who did not drink and party like H, but instead he went to the designated driver role because he knew they had all the power. The second he got with Stephanie McMahon, he fucking married her and ditched China. He always hung out in the fucking meetings as the crutch of Vince McMahon. He was always hanging around power. But like Vince Russo says, he never really had a lot of creativity himself. I'm not fucking shocked. EZ does it. No question, man. Network guy Dave, 10 spot. Network guy Dave says, the fickle fans say that we take pro wrestling too seriously. However, they are a part of the reason why wrestling just sucks, for the most part anyway. Also, kayfabe is in the gutter as well. It is sad, bro. I always say, Network guy Dave, kayfabe has to remain alive in some aspect for pro wrestling to survive. If you totally do away with kayfabe, which is almost what we've already done, wrestling can't survive. It needs kayfabe. You have to believe in what you're watching. You can't just have this feud going on, you see the culminating match, and then that night they post a picture at dinner together. You can't do that. So Network Guy Dave, I absolutely agree, and it is sad. As far as fickle fans saying we take wrestling too seriously, they're the ones who are also, after the event, they go on places like YouTube, they click on people like BC, and then they go, wow, you take it seriously. What are you doing? You could be playing in traffic, twiddling your fucking thumbs in front of a Mack truck and a school bus. No, you choose to listen to BC drop these facts. And just because you don't agree, you can say, we take it so seriously. You can choose to do anything when these shows end. You can continue to watch WWE Network on Peacock. You can watch WWE's YouTube channel. No, you choose to watch people like BC because as much as you tell yourself you don't agree, as much as you say you don't like BC and I'm an asshole, you can't stay away from the channel because you know I am fucking amazing at what I do. I am phenomenal at entertaining, and I know my shit when it comes to pro wrestling. So maybe it's you as well that just takes it so seriously. Exactly right, Network Guy Dave. These are the people that are hypocritical to the most contradicting of ways and levels and aspects. That, I believe, is all the fucking supers, man. Damn, if I missed any, all apologies. I'll get them when the stream is over. It'll all be compiled on a list, and I will go back, absolutely. Actually, Dino just came in. Hold on. Dino with that 2 spot. Charlie Champ again. Makes me sick seeing that. Nauseated emoji. Dino, join the fucking club. I've ranted for over 2 hours on it, and you're still going to get people that don't understand why this is not a good thing for wrestling. If you're Charlotte Flair fans, you love it. I get it. If you're not a Charlotte Flair fan, then you're probably like BC, and you're just nauseated by this redundancy. And if you are a Charlotte Flair fan, like several of you guys have told me in this chat, you're Flair fans, but you even admit this is going nowhere. There was no reason to do this. Even if you want the title off of Ronda, this was not the way to go. And these are from Charlotte fans. I love that. If you want to be a Charlotte fan, salute. That's cool. But just be honest, man. This is not the right booking. You love it because you're a fan. I totally get it. But, man, it's just not. So, Dino, no question, man. Guys, I think I got everybody. And Dino with that 2-spot saying Happy New Year's, BC, in the amp unit. I think that's a good way to end this stream. I want to say Happy New Year to my entire amplified unit. Guys, thank you for an amazing almost 3 hours of a live stream to end 2022. You guys are phenomenal, man. I gave you guys 15 minutes notice today. It was still the morning when I gave you guys 15 minutes notice. And on a Saturday afternoon, on the fucking weekend, hundreds of you guys showed up for the entire nearly 3 hours. Thousands are about to batten down the hatches and rock out on the unit. And nearly 500 of you took a moment to smash that up. Dude, just what a year, honestly. So I appreciate it, and there's only one way that I would want to end this stream and end 2022. And before I do, hold on. Allison, plug it in. But plug in a headphone. I don't know what to tell you. I think everybody else can hear me. I might have blown out another mic, but Allison, check your connection. Much love and respect. I hope you can hear me saying much love and respect, Allison Tuckwab. Network guy Dave with a 10 spot at the last second as well. Network guy says, they say we take pro wrestling serious. Look at the ratings in wrestling from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s and compare it to today. Also, compare the larger than life stars from then to now, and you'll find there's no comparison. Network guy Dave, I know you've been gone for a while, but you've been here long enough. You're a tried and true. You know BC preaches that shit. So you're preaching to the choir. I know. It's not even about taking it seriously. We had fun watching pro wrestling, and that's why the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, it's the best. And people like BC, people like Network Guy Dave, people like my Gold Card members, people like my Amplified unit, the people you see in this chat, we're trying to help the industry. People can either take the help or they can go, fuck you. Woo! Network Guy Dave, no question, dude. Allison, I hope you can hear me by now, man. So everybody else can hear me for sure, I believe. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Maybe other people can't hear me. Can you guys hear? I mean, I may blow out the mic. I mean, I've been screaming for 3 fucking hours. Jer9, we can hear you. Okay, so it's just Allison. Allison, I hope you can hear what I'm about to say. Because Renee G is going to tell you exactly what I'm saying. Renee G! Renee, I see you with that coffee. Happy New Year's, BC. Renee, you took the words out of my mouth, just minus the BC. Renee G, I appreciate you. Every single one of my AMP unit members. I mean this, man. Even if you disagreed with me throughout the year, it's totally cool, but you still showed respect. If you ever took a moment to smash that up, 500 on the ups. But at any time this year, if you've ever taken a moment to say, hey, BC is giving us his all, he's entertaining us, he's dropping facts, I actually agree with the most, I'm going to give this motherfucker a like. If you ever took a moment to do that, you guys, I want to say this to you guys, if you ever took a moment to leave a comment, if you ever took an extra moment, another layer of love and support and respect, and became a Gold Card member, or left a fucking super chat and tipped the channel with a coffee, to all of you guys, I want to say, honestly, I mean this wholeheartedly. Happy New Year. I know I'm breaking character a little bit. I'm breaking down the fourth wall. And, I'm breaking down the asshole exterior. But I mean this, man. I want you guys to have a kick-ass new year. Whatever your fucking dreams, aspirations, goals are, even if you don't think you can obtain them in 1 year next year, fucking go for them, bro. Go for them. Love everything you're doing. Find the right people to hang around. Laugh more than you cry. Do more good than bad. Do more right than wrong. Kick ass in 2023. I mean that. Jared, I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. This channel is fun, and I do these type of streams for 3 hours at a time because you guys make it worth it. You guys make it fun. So, Happy New Year, guys. I truly mean that. Network guy Dave with that 10 spot, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Yokozuna, British Bulldogs, Bret Hart, Sting, Rick Rude, Jake Roberts, Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Harlem Heat, LOD, etc. Man, those are all larger than life dudes, bro. Larger than life. And unfortunately, we don't have larger than life these days. We just have wrestlers who can do cool moves. Network guy Dave, one of the biggest problems in pro wrestling, no doubt. Jacqueline Robinson with that 5-spot coffee. The only one I want in charge is Shane McMahon, but fickle fans say he's the problem. He makes storylines and feuds. Jacqueline, add me with you. Add me with you, absolutely. Shane McMahon, I would choose over Stephanie and Triple H. 3 H's, snap of a finger, blink of an eye, and a heartbeat. Absolutely, Jacqueline Robinson. Allison Tuckwall, 199. They can hear you, but I can't. I don't know what to say, Allison. Best of luck on the technical issues. I know, I do live streams. I know all about the technical issues. So hopefully you can get that going, or maybe when you do the rewatch, it'll be up and going. Guys, much love to all you guys. And before I go out, man, to that, I got to do one more row of shout outs. You guys know who this is going to be. My gold card members, man. 3 hours we're going here, guys. My gold card status. Let me go up to you guys, man. All right. I'm going to start from newest, guys, if that's okay. My gold card members. Salute. Happy New Year. Sheriff Rivers. Gold card. Network guy Dave. Easy does it. Renee G. Christopher Blackshare. K. Doherty, WWE AEW Marvel fan, G, a.k.a. True Life, James Shrimp Fajitas, Winbrook 11, Jared Kelly, Santivia Major, Dino, Osio Eidman, Discovery Metal Legion, Nessie Sunflower, Kevin Johnston Sabres News Consolidated, Raymond Caron, Janelle Layton, Richie P, Pimp Jesus, Thorsten Pachalak, Patrick Charles, Christopher Blackshare, two-time champ on the gold card, Christopher Blackshare, Trina Scott, Betty Banks, Alicia Vukovic, DJ is a prodigy, DeMonte Mabry, Richard Wade, Ashley Steggles, Jane Donnelly, Dave Mealy, Sam Byers, Willard Bayless, Terrence Burrs, Deontay Thomas, P.B. Sillapride, C.J. White, Saeed Parker, Mayhem, Lord French Fries, Soldierman 1984, D. Corey, Eric Leno, Dev Owl, Sterling Range, James Miller, A. Merrick, Unique Butterfly, Dante Jaron 23, Crimson Blue 82, formerly known as Archmadeus, Kevin M.D., Jimmy J 145, Kim T, Clutch City Fan, Movies 456, Ray Foreman, Anthony Bowley, Sadiqa Flowers, Sir Charles, Radar Rab TV, Jacqueline Robinson, Carlos Ray, JR9 Gaming, Ash Sims, Godswilla, and Jack Brewer. Wow, what a year. Gold card member status. Guys, it is clear that my amplified unit, we the ones, they all the twos. Amplified unit, much love and respect always. Till next year, BC will talk to you in 2023. Thank you for an incredible ride. Thank you for every single day, every video that we spent yelling over wrestling, man. I will never forget it, and we will do it soon. Happy New Year. Salud. Salud. Thank you for everything, guys.